Yo, what is up? Yes, there's an empty chair next to my face, and it's because, well, I got all the way set up for the stream, and I realized that we packed my mic in the suitcase that Nathan had. And so Nathan had to drive to my house and bring me my suitcase. But the good news is Nathan only lives 5 minutes from me, and so he's on his way home, and he's going to be in that chair here in a couple seconds. But we've got a lot to do. As you can see, I am back home again. We flew back this morning. I am sleep deprived. The content is flowing, which is a good thing, I'm assuming, for all of you. But now we've got work to do because a lot of you guys have submitted for team reviews, and that's our thing. Like, Nathan and I's full attention now shifts to making sure you guys are ready for these drafts. And if you've already started, you saw our rookie draft tools posted on the site this morning. But like this is our busiest week of the year. No question. And so tonight we're going to do a number of things. We're going to start, especially while we wait for Nathan. We are going to start with some rookie mock drafts because I know you guys are jumping in these now. I know that some of you guys have already started your rookie drafts, but we need. I want to keep seeing how you guys are drafting these. Obviously, you saw Nathan and I draft one on a video this morning. I feel pretty good about it. I definitely sniped some people with my Travion Henderson pick at 103. I've already got people. The guy that picked Het behind me is already reaching out. It's like, hey, I want Travion. So that's what I figured would happen. But we've got that going on. And I am curious, though, what the ADP ends up settling. Like, even just kind of looking at, like, you know, rankings by, you know, other people and crowdsource rankings and stuff like that. Just trying to figure out, you know, what this is going to look like when it's all said and done. So I'm going to go ahead and send this link out to you guys. I'm going to drop this first one in the Discord real quick. And yeah, I'll put it in the Domain Fantasy Football chat for y'all, and I'll tag you. And you guys can fill up the first one. After that, we'll start bringing them to YouTube and things like that. But yeah, we should have a pretty good collection of mock drafts tonight, especially again because I think it's important for Nathan and I especially to kind of have a good grasp on the market as we continue to make content for y'all and try to give you all advice on how to navigate these. So we're full. Let's do it. I know you guys are pumped. All right, so we got 1 minute clock. We're going to do 1 minute clock tonight. I want you guys to think about it a little bit more. Genty, Hunter at the 1-2. I'm surprised to see that. Hampton at the 1-3. I've seen Hampton go 1-2 pretty consistently at this point, and then Tet after that. And so in this mock draft, you're going to have Travion go right here, and then you're going to probably have one of Judkins or Ward go, which is the same 5. You just see them mostly in a different order. You'll see, that's an Ohio State guy in his profile picture, so that's investigating right there. Then Judkins and then Ward. So what you're seeing so far, and I think we have this is how Nathan and I have these players ranked, and this is how the value rankings are sorting out right now. 101 Genty, 102 Hampton, 103 through 107. Hunter, McMillan, Henderson, Judkins, Ward. And there you have it. And again, you're seeing some variation, but Nathan looking like a chair today. That is the most accurate thing I've seen today, actually. He does look... It's kind of uncanny, actually, how much he looks like a chair right now. So undecided between Tet and Hunter. As you can see on our rookie draft tool, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this up for you guys real quick. I just want you to see it. We have them as like wide receiver 1A and 1B. We don't know. I mean, we're just going to split up. We're just going to diversify. Every time we're picking one of Tet or Travis Hunter, we're just going to pick one and then pick the other next draft. We love them both. But let me pull this up for you guys so you can see. Yeah, and this is free. If you follow the bit.ly link, you can get this for free. But as you can see on our tool, they're in the same tier. And yeah, we have them basically back to back. And so I don't think it super matters which direction you go with those guys. Now, there he is. There's the man himself. Look at how good he looks today. Isn't it something? I don't know if you can hear me. He's freezy. I'm gonna unmute myself so you can hear me.
Hi,
buddy.
Thank you.
Can you guys hear Nate?
Assuming we're live right now.
Yes. Give me a mic check. Give me my check.
Check 1, check 2.
That's better. Let me know if I need to turn them up or down. But we just started a rookie mock, Nate, and I'll let you kind of see it. It's the normal. We had Hunter go with 1-2, but it's the normal 7, and then we had Luther Burden, which is again after you get past this 7, it becomes kind of a crapshoot. But Burden, Caleb Johnson, Tyler Warnick, Buka, and Loveland, so mostly the guys that you have been seeing go there. So,
yeah, no, that makes sense. I saw a lot of videos, or not a lot of videos, a lot of comments on our video today with our rankings and stuff, talking about how Henderson's too high at the 103, how he shouldn't be in the same tier as Travis Hunter, all that stuff. I think a lot of questions about why we're taking second round draft capital running backs over first round draft capital wide receivers.
Fair questions, but we have answers. I mean, tell the people why we're taking those running backs, because I personally, I was explaining this to you yesterday. I feel like a good amount more comfortable taking a running back this year, just because of the hit rates that those top end running backs have.
Yeah, no, I mean, so do I. And that really is, I think, the kicker just in general. I think when you're looking at the NFL level, they value wide receivers more than they do running backs. So they're more inclined to take them in the first round as opposed to second round. But that doesn't necessarily directly correlate to how we should be valuing positional assets in Dynasty, because we're not concerned about the 10-year window of an asset. We're concerned about the 3-year window, 5-year window max. Yep. And when you're looking at these running backs going in the second round, that's how the NFL values them. And that's significant value investment for a team to go out of their way to spend a second round or day 2 pick on a running back. And when that happens,
it's a big deal.
That does directly correlate to like how we're going to be valuing these wide receivers. Because think about how many wide receivers we have in Dynasty right now. They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
There you can get a productive one for a pretty decent price because there's just so many right now.
Right.
It's just like you know, like the more money you print doesn't mean it's gonna be more valuable and that you're gonna be richer. That's what it feels like a wide receiver right now. And at running back, you just have less. You have less bell cows. You have less alphas. You have all that stuff. So just keep that in mind when you're ranking these guys and deciding on whether you want to take one of those early second round running backs over a first round wide receiver like Golden, for example.
Yeah. Mason says, how's the Arizona trip? It was fantastic. We are exhausted, but you know, the goal was to go out there and kick some butt. And Nathan, I think you would agree butt was kicked. So,
butt was kicked. Yep.
And he also says, my thing with Hunter, T-Mac versus Henderson, Judkins, how many wide receivers in Dynasty are valued ahead of Achane in Barkley? Yeah, that's true. You're right. Mm-hmm. Which is exactly the reason why, like on a rebuild, reload, you know, we invest heavily in wide receivers, is because when you're trying to accumulate value, the value ceiling of a wide receiver typically on average is higher than a running back, right? You have a lot less running backs that actually obtain that elite value thing. However, I would say this, a lot of the reason that there are a lot more wide receivers, outside of the fact that wide receivers are just looked at, young wide receivers especially, looked at as more of a commodity in the community. But part of the reason is because, and I think everybody would admit this, we have gone through a down period of running back talent in Dynasty for the last 3 years. When that 2017 class that had carried Dynasty running back value for so long, I mean, you'll remember 2019, 2018, 2020, a ton of the first round was running backs. And not that it wasn't warranted, but I think the Dynasty community kind of adjusted back the other way. It was like, okay, now we're going to put, you know, wide receivers are a lot more insulated. They're not going to fluctuate as much. But also, I mean, when you're looking at the you know, prospects from the last 5 years, Bijan, Genty now, Gibbs, there aren't a ton of other elite prospects. Like, I mean, we've really kind of had a shortage of these high end like running backs coming into the NFL.
And I think the 101 on an annual basis is a pretty good indicator of like how you should be approaching running back in your rookie drafts. Anyways, let's be honest, guys. The production outlook for a first round wide receiver going into their rookie season is not what the production outlook is for a top-notch, top prospect running back. I mean, going all the way back to 2022 with Breece Hall, an early second round pick, unquestioned first overall pick. There was no one in contention for him going first overall. No one at wide receiver, even with Drake London going 8th overall. And I think going back, no one would really change that, even with like what his value is now, 3 years later. There was no one that was more sure than Breece Hall going into that situation, going in that range of price. There is definitely a bit of security and insulation that you're getting at running back in a rookie draft, even compared to some of these wide receivers, because of how many of them are going in the first round at the moment.
Well, and you look at the tool, what we put out, well, like in addition to the research that we've been doing, but we put this on the tool because it's like, okay, this is actually really important to remember. The top 4 running backs drafted in the top 4 of dynasty drafts compared to wide receivers drafted in that range. You're looking at the hit rate. Sorry, you can probably hear my kid crying. His schedule is going to be screwed up after this. Let me tell you. You can see the startable rate, the elite rate, the cornerstone rate is a good chunk higher than wide receiver for being selected in the top 4. So, I mean, that data alone, like, it really does prompt me to, like, lean running back early in these drafts, especially, which is exactly why I mentioned I wanted to take Travion yesterday, is because, you know, here's what I feel like will happen. I feel like if Travion doesn't come out and have a running back one season, I feel like he's going to maintain that 3rd, 4th round dynasty value. But I feel like if Tet doesn't have, like, Tet's not going to have as long a leash as even Marvin Harrison Jr. And Marvin Harrison Jr. is going almost in the 3rd now, and he started in the 1st. So if Tet starts in the 3rd and he doesn't come out and produce right away, which I think he probably will, but in terms of, you know, holding their value, rookie running backs get a pretty long leash actually these days in dynasty. I mean, from people. So
yeah, no, I totally agree.
But we have super chat.
One thing. Oh yeah, etc. I appreciate your super chat, man. He says 10 teams, super flex, contend, 101 or Puka. We're gonna go with Puka there. I think that we really rank Puka kind of that tier above the 101 at the moment. We're like, hey, if you can move the 101 and get a certain asset like, or if you can get a locked in cornerstone asset like Puka Nacua, it's definitely worth it there. So. That's a deal that I would totally do if you're getting Puka Nacua.
Yeah, let's answer Dave Brooks next. Dave says, thoughts on the 26 class? Would you move a 26 first and 3rd for DK in a 2nd? I'm totally fine. I'm between a rebuild and a contender. Would love to get Nico 1-to-1. Yes for Nico, 100% taking that. The other one, I would love to look at your team and decide, which maybe we have already, Dave, but that's kind of where I like to look at your team and like, okay, that's where the 3-year outlook really comes in handy. Like, are you a true rebuild? Are you going for it this year? Do you have enough capital to contend? Or are you, you know, are you rebuilding? And if you're rebuilding, no. But if you're reloading, no. But if, you know, we really think you're contending, you have enough value to contend, then absolutely, yeah. But, you know, in a vacuum, from a value standpoint, that trade is fine in my opinion. So, appreciate you. Okay, so let's see. So Scadaboo goes 2-4. Higgins, Harris, Knoll. Okay, I need to know in the comments. You want to have this discussion right now? This guy's going way higher than I thought he would.
Jalen Knoll.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. I do know why, but I wouldn't necessarily take another 3rd round shot on a receiver just in hopes that he's gonna have a Tank Dell rookie season.
Like I feel like if I'm in that range, like I would much rather just have a running back there. And you know, somebody just mentioned this comment, but Tootin went at the 3-1 here. I mean, I don't think you guys understand. No, I guess you probably understand. I don't think we're realizing how wide open that running back room is in Jacksonville.
Harvey here at the 2-2 is nuts as well.
You're seeing that pretty consistently at this point, Harvey, which is insane. Like here's what if you're taking away anything from this live stream, if you're drafting in the late 1st, early 2nd, here's what you take away. RJ Harvey should be a 1st round pick.
Yeah,
easily every draft.
Yes, not a question.
Oof. I'm allergic to RJ Harvey falling that far.
I'm also allergic to losing my mouse. I need to do that. I need to find that real quick. I think it's in one of my bags.
Like an actual mouse or like a computer? Like
a computer mouse.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I don't have a pet mouse. No.
Well, I mean, you would be the guy that would have a pet mouse. No, he's not listening, so I don't. ETN in the 4th is a good pick as well. I'll take ETN in the 3rd. Blue over Tootin is interesting. I mean, it's a volume play, but I think I would take the better prospect there in Tootin. But RJ Harvey is old. Yeah, but, you know, I mean, I know you're being facetious, but is your kid a 1 or 2 nap a day? I missed my kid taking 2. Yeah, he takes 2, but they're short. He sleeps well at night, but he doesn't nap a lot, honestly. So, and he spent 7 hours on plane today. He's doing pretty good for that. He did well on the plane. So, swap Harvey and Burden. Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I'm more comfortable with Harvey, probably 110 to 112, but like, because I like Johnson and then the tight ends and then probably Harvey. But Harvey went 201 in my draft. Should I value Harvey or Caleb Johnson? You can see in our rankings that we release, we have Caleb Johnson a tier higher, mainly because of the analytics. Let me pull up the bakery real quick and just show you guys what we're seeing. And you'll see the video
that was not a willy-nilly decision either. Like we had to think long and hard about it. so
it
was not a decision that we took lightly.
Looks like Ryan's on here cooking. But you're looking at Caleb Johnson's running back score with third-round draft capital still being, like, overall. I mean, what is this? This is 15th overall in the bakery ever. And you're still looking at Harvey, you know, being a tier below him and a significant amount, you know, numerically. So that's why we're leaning Caleb Johnson, is because, you know, we're numbers guys. I don't feel a draft capital late second and mid third. I don't think it's all that different. And so, you know, this is kind of how we use analytics, is to like supplement decision making when we're like when we're faced with two prospects very similar in terms of like what their draft capital value was. But we don't really know. I mean, I'm Caleb Johnson's also been a my guy forever now, so I love him. So, would you take Tootin over Shuck? Shout out Curtis. I did today. They're in the same tier, right? I mean,
probably same tier. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the same tier. I think
in our rankings we had Shuck at the tail end of that tier, like the last guy.
We did.
Yeah.
But again, same tier. Swap them. I was drafting a league I won today. I needed running back, and I took Tootin. That was a team need. Production. I was following the chart, got to production, took him.
Yeah. People definitely appreciated my Tyler Shuck snipe.
Yeah, they definitely thought that was funny. I'm glad something good came out of that, because I was pissed. I just can't believe we'd be sitting there making a video together, like trying to like talk through stuff, and you're over there sending trades on your phone. Like, what gives? I was like so focused on the video. Like,
hey, I mean that was a 2 minute clock, so we knew we were gonna have to like make some cuts here and there. So I was like, hey, during a time of silence, just shoot one over, see what he does.
Holy
crap. Got it done.
Oh, yeah. Is Chase Brown a hold or a sell? I think he's a hold at this point. You know, we've been pivoting off of Brown, and I still don't love his... we've been pivoting off of Brown more so because of his price rather than because we thought he was going to get, like, super replaced. I knew there was a pretty decent chance he wouldn't. I think who's the one guy that didn't get replaced that we totally missed on?
B-Rob.
Yeah, B-Rob, which, again, 11th round value, okay.
And then, obviously, Swift was the big guy.
The big surprise, man.
Swift was the biggest one.
That was crazy. So based on your guys' rookie draft guide, if you're in Superflex and you're set at QB and you're wide receiver factory, but you have a need at running back, you can go Henderson at 103. 100%. I did that in our video. So let's do another one. 100%. That's exactly what we're saying. So yes, that's the correct takeaway here. I took a nap, Nathan. I'm still tired.
You're telling me I did not take a nap.
Freck, dude. That was good. 11 out of 10. I was pissed too, Avery. I know. I'm sure you were. Edward the Fool uses the new emoji. See, we got the Nathan's birthday emoji. 69 likes is nice, but we can do better. That's an excellent comment. You know?
Yeah. We had a. I saw a comment today telling us that. I think basically that we were like idiots for not ranking Shador higher since he's going to be starting, and I was like, dude,
what? He's a 5th round quarterback.
Go do your maths. Go do your homework. Go look at all the 5th round quarterbacks that have gone in the last 10 years.
It's been going on Twitter. 0 for 43 on becoming starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Our 5th round quarterbacks. 0 for 43. Yeah. No, he's not going to.
No.
Oh, okay. Travis Hunter at the 1-2 again. That's the second one in a row.
I honestly, like, genuinely, I have not been super annoyed with like the whole Sanders stuff at Colorado with Deion, Shador, all that stuff. All the media coverage they've gotten, it hasn't bugged me too much because honestly they are kind of a fun team to watch. This will probably be the year that I am like so exasperated all the time because we're going to get so many questions
because now he truly should be irrelevant.
Yes.
And he's not going to be. Like, everybody's going to talk about it.
Yeah, I know. So, which I'm not kidding, dude. It kind of tempts me in like But that's the thing, and I was going to say it tempts me to take him in the 4th round of a rookie draft, but he's not going in the 4th round of a rookie draft, so I can't even.
I know. Like, I don't know
It's
if
not. It's still not even worth
where
it.
has he where did he go in the draft we did yesterday?
3rd? Yeah, early 3rd, I think, right after Milrow.
Yeah, C-Dub says he's an odd case and he's worth a 4th. Maybe a 4th, but I don't think he's going in the 4th.
Sure. If you want to take a 4th round pick, but I'm telling you, dude, right now people are spending late seconds on Shedeur Sanders, very similar to Jalen Milrow. And the moment that he's announced the starter, you'll have some psychos that pay firsts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's a Sanders. Seriously.
Corey says, remember that time you guys forgot about your draft today, Corey? No. That's not what happened. I had all of our drafts set to start at noon, and one of them got left on a 2-minute clock or something. And then I started getting alerts that Nathan autoed in a rookie drafted, and I was like, well, hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you saved me from autoing on that one? Because they mentioned that league, and I was like, wait, which one? But it was a full clock, or I had a full clock, so yeah. I ended up taking the guy that had autoed me. I took Tet, I think, in that league.
Well, that's why I think it ended up being the same anyways. Like, I almost just left it, but...
Yeah, they're like, no, he needs running back. He should have gone running back there. I was like, no, I have JT and Saquon.
I was walking onto the plane. Like, I was on the plane, like, walking to my seat, and Tom's calling me. He's like, Nathan just autoed in some league. I'm like, what? So I'm, like, sitting down trying to do it and release the rookie draft tool on the tarmac. It was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, so it's Hampton and Hunter after Hunter again. Tet, and then Henderson, Ward, Judkins. So same here. Egbuka, still jumping up here. I mean, we have Egbuka in the what tier? Like, we have him in the
we have in the
Warren
late first
Loveland tier, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so it's still about the
same tier as Harvey and Dart, because I think we have Harvey in that big tier of those that receiver. Golden as well, I think, is in that tier.
Hey, does anybody have any rookie mocks that they've already done that they want to share? Because if you do, I will gladly throw it up on the screen and
rookie drafts, not rookie mocks.
Drafts, not rookie mocks. My bad.
We've been mocking for the last 6 months.
Like, it's gonna change a little bit.
Give us some grace, guys.
Let's see. Make sure you guys drop a like if you enjoy the streams. Obviously, we don't normally stream on Sundays, but we are here tonight, and we are going to be doing some team reviews as well. How many live blueprints do we have lined up tonight, Nathan?
We have 4 right now.
Okay, so we currently have 4, which means we have room for some. You guys can get a live blueprint one of 2 ways. Number 1, you can go to the site and use the a la carte link. I'll post the link. It's pinned, but this is the link. And yeah, it's going to take you here. We'll do these later. There's the draft deal. We still are doing the draft deal. Same link here. It's just sign up the annual Motherflocker tier with code domain. Okay, that gets you 2 right now. I think we need to probably end this sale pretty soon. We'll do it through tonight, but we're probably about done with this one because we don't offer this ever, and honestly, it's kind of a special thing. But if you join tonight, annual Motherflocker tier with code domain, we will review your team on stream. No questions asked. We can do one of your teams. You can also use this get a team blueprint big button, whoever you are, wherever you're at, and select live blueprint when you do it. And you go through the process. You link your sleeper team with your league ID, and then you'll see you'll slide up to where it says live team blueprint right there, and it'll say live team blueprint when you check out, and that's the way to do it. Again, you get pretty big discounts with a membership, even a monthly. So, but Caleb went at the 111 here. Colson Loveland went 112. You've got Golden in the second, Harvey in the second. Again, I'm seeing it pretty consistently. Talk about this next tier, guys. Then, Nathan, how have you been navigating the Harris's? Kyle Williams has been going early second, which
won't touch him. Will not touch. Kyle Williams.
We need your explanation on that. I need your explanation on why you're not going to touch him there.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this quite a few times in our videos that you're going to see, that you already saw today if you've watched our rankings video that we released actually yesterday, and then our running back and wide receiver rankings that we're going to be dropping over the next couple of days. We talk about the hit rates of 3rd round wide receivers versus 4th and 5th round running backs. and where those guys actually end up being selected in your rookie drafts, it is much, much, much higher. You have a much better chance of hitting on an early day 3 running back than you do on a 3rd round wide receiver. And we have that data. I think we have some of that in our cheat sheet, where we have like the hit rates and the cornerstone rates for wide receivers going in the ranges of like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round of your dynasty drafts.
Yep.
And there's actually, it's pretty similar for running backs and wide receivers in the 2nd rounds of your dynasty drafts, but the 2nd round of your dynasty drafts, you're generally seeing 2nd round NFL draft capital wide receivers go in that range. You rarely see 3rd round draft capital wide receivers. The reason you're seeing these guys push up boards this year at wide receiver is because it's such a weak class, and in league mates that have team need at wide receiver will reach on those 3rd round wide receivers.
Right.
I'm not saying Kyle Williams is guaranteed to bust. I'm not saying that he's awful and isn't going to be good at all. We actually had him in a sleepers video, so keep an eye on him. He might actually rise up boards. He's definitely shot up boards, and it's a little bit higher than we're comfortable taking him right now. I mean, you're looking at Scadaboo and Bashul Tutin. Kyle Williams on the bottom end analytically of a wide receiver that you're going to generally take in the middle of the 2nd. Scadaboo and Tutin, with their respectable draft capital, are the highest graded 4th round running backs in the bakery of all time since 2017. These guys are running backs that really, like, everything about their analytics screamed day 2 running back.
Sure.
And they didn't get it, and they're still so analytically sound and so analytically safe that they didn't take that much of a hit from getting 4th round draft capital. Not to mention those situations like you're going right in day 1. Scadaboo's the guy, and Tutin will most likely be the guy very, very quickly, because these are, especially in Jacksonville. Honestly, in Jacksonville, this is a new GM and a new head coach. They drafted Bashul Tutin. They did not draft ETN. They did not draft Tank Bigsby. They couldn't care less what happens to those guys. I would not be shocked if one of them is cut during training camp. So get ready for it, guys. Like once that training camp hype comes around, you're not going to be able to get those 4th round running backs at a discount like you are right now. Scadaboo and Tutin, I think, are going to end up being some of our favorite values in the 2nd round.
Tutin's an insane value right now. Tutin. So the best values right now in rookie drafts. Here we go. The best values right now. Who's the best? Who do you think the best value is in the 1st round right now? I would probably I think Travis Hunter.
I think it's consistently Travis Hunter. Yeah.
At the turn, it's RJ Harvey.
I'd go Golden as well. Golden's
running. Not bad depending on where he goes. I'm fine with him falling to 2-1.
I've seen him go as far as a 2-3.
That's value. I think Dart is a pretty good value right now.
Dart is a good value
because he went 2-4 here. I got him at the 2-5 in our draft.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not totally like that's really cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I sold James Conner for Jackson Dart before the draft.
Yep.
That was frick. And then at the end there, I think it's Tutin. Jaden Blue's interesting. He's jumping up to into the 2nd now, which he's a 5th round running back. How confident are you that Jaden Blue is fantasy productive?
Define fantasy productive. I think he'll. I think he's a starting running back, barring any sort of move that they make in free agency or like a trade.
Yeah. Good question from Taylor. Do you guys prefer Scadaboo or Tutin? Both. We just I'll flop on them. I probably
I like Scadaboo. He's my favorite.
That's what I was gonna say. But I'm always tempted to take Scadaboo first, but value wise they should be in the same tier. Taylor said we already made him regret his decision as well, which is really funny about Kyle Williams. Are you guys going to be doing any startup mocks? Curious how these rookies are valued now compared to everyone else. I say we draft the 250 league tomorrow night. What do you think?
That's fine with me.
So Nathan and I are going to we have a $250 dynasty league that we've been waiting to crack open. I think we're going to do it tomorrow night live on the channel. You can enter to get in to the drawing over on the Discord. It's for our domain, Motherflockers. So again, another reason to join. You can get in the drawing before tomorrow night and have a chance to play in the 250 league that we're going to draft to start up tomorrow with these rookies. Should Alec Ironman be going in the 2nd? Yeah, and you asked that because he goes right here, and that is you that picked him. I personally don't think so because again, I would take Over Alec Iomanor, I would take. Honestly, somebody commented on one of our videos that Terrence Ferguson we had ranked too low, and I think I actually think he's the one tight end I would be tempted to move up. Because they're right. His point was like, yes, Stafford loves to throw those tight ends, and they just went out of the way and got a tight end when they haven't really had one, which is very true.
Yeah, they've been trying to for quite a while. The one thing that's been holding us back a little bit, because we've gone back and forth. Situation, you can't beat it. Draft capital, you can't beat it. And analytically, it's just gross. Not only for like Terrence Ferguson, the prospect, but for second round tight ends in general, it's just kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at, like, again, very similar to third round wide receivers versus fourth round running backs. If you're faced with Tootin versus Terrence Ferguson in the early third, you're taking Tootin.
So that I agree with, but like when I'm looking at past Tootin, Besh I would take over Alec. I would take Terrence Ferguson pretty easily. Is kind of was my point.
Terrence Ferguson over Alec? Yeah, not even close. Alec's off my board entirely. I won't touch him.
And that's coming from a Nathan and Alec truther. So like that should kind of give you an idea of where we sit. Like,
I mean, I told you guys it was coming in a video. I said, like, I was right about Puka, and if I had to go back and do it again, I would not have drafted a single share of him, because it like he was the ultimate outlier of outliers. Alec Iomanor would have to be the next Puka Nacua with his draft capital to be able to pull that off. And
let's look at
he's not playing with Matt Stafford.
No, let's look at Alec in the bakery. Let's find Alec. He is in this tier here, this like 5th or 6th overall tier.
I think he fell. I think he fell because of a medical red flag. Because there was some injury history there where like he had to kind of clear those red flags. He tested well at the combine. There was nothing came out about like medical red flags, but not all of that stuff is publicized.
Sure.
But like everything you wanted to see at the combine, he did. So we were either dead wrong and way off about him as a prospect and like his talent level, or there was something behind the scenes there that happens or that we didn't know about as a Dynasty community. And I would probably bet it was that, just given the history of injuries.
Yeah. Is there any chance that Thornton is more productive than Besh? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Besh is just.
There's a chance. It's incredibly low.
It's low.
Guys, the chances of these second round wide receivers in this class hitting is already so low. I don't know why we'd be betting on 4th and 5th wide receivers.
The chances of second round wide receivers in a good class are low.
Are already low. So, it's even lower than normal in this class, so there's no reason to be doing it with 3rd, 4th, and 5th round receivers. Not when there's 4th and 5th round running backs on the block or on the board.
Yeah. All right, links.
Hey, let's we should probably like make this clear as well, because we got a lot of questions about this. I think one of the most consistent comments outside of, second round running backs over first round wide receivers and Shedeur Sanders being the next Tom Brady, was, I'm being sarcastic there. It was questions about Dylan Sampson getting selected in the 4th round and how that impacts Quinshon Judkins. Number one, if this impacts the way that you view Quinshon Judkins in Dynasty, don't let it. Number two, this should also not hold you back from selecting Dylan Sampson, because we say that, because we believe that shouldn't hold you back from selecting Dylan Sampson in the 3rd round of your rookie drafts. Right. Again, like he was drafted, that running back room is wide open. And you have seen in the past multiple running backs get some opportunity there. If Dylan Sampson is a Jerome Ford in that offense, that's a win. Especially if Quinshon were to ever miss a little bit of time and you handcuff him or something like that. Take shots on Dylan Sampson. I'm totally cool with that. But don't short Quinshon because of it.
100% agree.
They're just reworking that entire running back room. So
Sampson is to Quinshon Judkins as Najee Harris is to Omarion Hampton.
Yep.
Shouldn't affect his value. They should not. Shouldn't. And Nick Chubb, don't ask us about Nick Chubb. Because somebody tried to basically, I don't know what that guy was.
I'm waiting for the Nick Chubb Kareem Hunt duo comps with Sampson and Quinshon. That's what I'm waiting for.
I don't know.
Hold the horses on that.
All right, so this was a little bit more normal. Hampton, and then Hunter's getting his respect in these drafts. I freaking love that. Henderson, McMillan, Ward, Judkins, and then we get into this next tier. Well, no, technically we have Caleb Johnson over both these guys. Warren, Igbuka, there's Harvey. So Heck likes Harvey over Johnson, which I don't think that's a terrible take. Like, we have them a tier above because we're analytics guys, but if you say, hey, he got second round draft capital and he's going to start day one, sure, go for it. This is not a bad choice here. Johnson should go in the first, though, in my opinion, and then Colson Loveland there at the 112. Loveland's a good value when he goes there. I mean, I got him at the 111, 112. Like, I mean, I'm willing to sell a Laporta and roll with Loveland as my tight end. Because he's going to have value insulation. I think he's going to be productive. So,
Ooh,
what?
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I just hit the jackpot, baby.
What's happening over there?
I'm in the blue league, and my pick is up. I could use running back, and honestly, I could even take a QB if I wanted to, because Cam Ward's there.
You got Judkins there.
I need to take Judkins, I think.
Frick, dude.
Because I have Lawrence Penix.
Take it.
I have Lawrence Penix and Stafford.
Man.
I'll just take that and say thank you and goodbye.
Make sure you drop a like. If we hit, if you guys would get us up to 200 likes real quick, we'll fire up quite a few more of these. So let's do 200 likes. We got to do it quickly, and then we'll get at least three, 4 more of these in. So, but we gotta talk Dynasty strategy here too, because I think, again, we got to get rookie draft blueprints to some of y'all. Some of you guys draft tonight and tomorrow, so like, yeah, if you do get a blueprint tonight, like, you're getting your team review now. You're skipping the line. This is our really only option to skip the line. So we've got to get those people who want to skip the line their chance.
We're streaming tomorrow night and Tuesday as well for you guys. So
yes, and based on
first
volume,
I was gonna say first come first serve tonight. So if you want it like now as in tonight, I would literally submit it now before it fills up, because we are looking at 4 that we have to do at the moment. And then it's, again, first come, first serve after that. And obviously every live blueprint that you guys purchase will be done live. We just can't, after a certain number, guarantee that's going to be done tonight. If you need it done by tonight.
Tonight's the primo real estate. Day after the draft ends. Bash. Devin Neal goes up here. I think I've seen Neal go high a lot. I'm not really like considering Devin Neal over, especially like Tootin goes 2-1 here. That's much higher. Golden is a good value here at the 2-2. Dart is still a good value here.
Did you see Hampton go in that in the live league draft today at the 101 over Gency?
What?
Yeah, in one of our leagues, someone took Hampton over Gency at the 101.
Debating on buying a live team review. Team is stacked. Need opinions on how to move up in the draft. Perfect. If you when you submit any questions you have, either put them in the comments or while we're doing it, you can talk to us in the chat and we can answer any questions you have. But yeah, we can definitely give you trade ideas. So go for it, Rain Poncho. My rookie draft is like in a month. You got time then, Tom. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah,
a lot. So we've got a good amount of people who like they have their rookie draft immediately, and a good amount of people who like don't have it till August.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we end up. I think we end up realizing this pretty quickly. Like as we do reviews after the NFL draft, there are a lot of teams that don't do their draft until quite a bit after the NFL draft, quite a bit of time.
Jim says, does Flock sync from FFPC? It doesn't sync, but you can do a non-linked team, and we do FFPC leagues with screenshots all the time. So we've done countless number of FFPC leagues. A lot of guys playing those. Blue goes late second again. Mason Taylor actually jumps up here, goes 211. Shuck goes late second, which is where it should go. Somebody fell here, though. Somebody's not gone yet. Tootin went. Who is it? Who am I missing here? Maybe it's because Noel didn't go super early this time. Yeah, I don't know who I'm thinking of. Kyle Williams also didn't go super early this time. So, okay. This is actually better. This is just a better draft. There's Noel right there. Have you ever considered for the live reviews having the person call in so they can speak in real time? We've never considered that, no. But it could be possible. Woody Marks. Good pick as well. Again, we've got him in that tier of guys where it's like the running backs. Etienne, Woody Marks, Dylan Sampson, Jordan James, DJ Giddens. Those fourth round, fifth round running backs that, like, you know, have good analytical profiles, and they could end up having a role. Again, because by the time you're getting to those guys in your rookie drafts, everybody else is taking all the wide receivers there. You're taking those guys in the third. Woody Marks is ranked where he is because we want to take him at this pick. Over Jalen Milroe by quite a lot. I need to know in the chat. We do know that the chance of Jalen Milroe actually hitting in the NFL is like less than 10%, right? Like historically. I think people think it's the I think it's the if we submit for a live blueprint tonight, how do we also get it upgraded to an infinite? If you buy an infinite a la carte, we can do it live tonight. I can tell you that. But if you join the annual Motherflocker tier with code domain, then actually you get an infinite for free. So,
hey, a follow up to Sean's question about the speak in real time. We do have live sessions that we try to do. Obviously, we were doing them weekly before the week of the NFL draft, but we do have weekly live sessions on the Discord that we put in the announcements section. And then there's the domain live session that Avery or I run. And there are so many people that ask us questions about the blueprints that we did for them. Like that's your time to get some get some real-time questions in.
Yeah, I mean, Arroyo going he went 50th overall. Like, I don't know. I really want to review the data again on tight ends that are going in like the late second, because you'll remember that's where Laporta was going, and Laporta was a great pick.
Laporta was an early second round pick.
No,
he was the third tight end off the board after Kincaid and who was the other first round tight end?
I'm fact checking you because I got him in the late second in at least one draft.
That was the big surprise of the night when they took Laporta over Mayer, because Mayer was starting to be mocked to Detroit in the early second.
Dynasty. Let's see. Let's look.
No, Avery. Early second round NFL draft capital.
No. I'm talking about in rookie drafts.
Oh. Okay.
He was a late second. I'm saying like the guys, the tight ends who in rookie drafts.
I thought you were saying late second rounds.
No. I know he got early second. Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying he was still going 210 to 212.
Yes, he was.
And that ended up being a fantastic, like one of the better picks in that draft.
Yeah.
So like, how do you get to an Arroyo? I haven't even seen Fergie go. He goes there. My gosh. Because like, I want to pull up the tight end bake real quick. I just think it's kind of a slippery slope to compare every single tight end to Laporta. No, I understand. And the reason, this is what I was about to say. Laporta in the bakery, the tight end bakery, was 14th overall. And when you're comparing it to this year's class, Loveland and Warren are ahead of Laporta. Fannin is still ahead of Laporta. If anything, Fannin's the best dart throw out of tight end in this class, just because he's got
Fannin's the best because you can get him in the freaking fourth round.
Okay, actually, Ferguson has a pretty freaking good bakery score. He's up there in that tier with Fannin, Loveland, and Warren now. But he's quite a ways below them. I'm just saying
he's in the same. Like, so he's in the same tier technically, but he's way below. Like, what's his overall rank?
So like Laporta was 14. Ferguson's is 22.
Okay.
So it's not bad. We honestly, I honestly kind of wish we had done the hit rates for tight ends too, because, you know, for example, like Arroyo, we're talking about Arroyo. He's going in this tier where it's like there are really no hits in this tier. Schoonmaker, Bellinger, Woods, Jake Butt, love that name. Ian Thomas, go Hoosiers. Okay, there's no hits in the Arroyo tier. None of them. It's a dime a dozen when you're talking about tight ends hitting, so make sure you guys drop a like. It's we're at 136, so right now we're trying to get to 200, but yeah, it's free and it helps us out. Let's see. Boom. Here you go. In the chat. Incoming. Hello. Chicka boom. Could you give me more insight on drafting running backs that were drafted as backups versus taking a chance on someone like Kyle Williams or Io Manor? Even if these running backs hit, it could be a sharp situation. That's true. However, Charbonnet holds a lot more. Let's even just look at that draft. I mean, Charbonnet holds a lot more value than, what year was that, Nathan? 23?
When he was drafted, yes.
Charbonnet.
Yep.
Like, let's look at the third round receivers in that draft. Tank Dell, bad start. Jalen Hyatt. Josh Downs, that was a crazy one though. Michael Wilson, Trey Tucker. Okay, the fourth round wide receivers in that draft. Hardly any. Darius Davis, Charlie Jones, and Tyler Scott. These are no-name players. Whereas let's look at some of the running backs that went in that draft, like Charbonnet, because Charbonnet's had value, right? But like Charbonnet, let's just look at the third round running backs here. Kendre Miller, okay, he had value, but he lost it all. Tyjae Spears, ding. Devon Achane, ding. Tank Bigsby, he had value, ding. Let's go to the fourth round. You can already see there's a lot more hits in even Charbonnet's draft class at running back in these rounds than there are wide receiver. And Kyle Williams went in a range where there are, you know, not as many this year, but there are third round running backs where we're comparing them third round and fourth round, even the fourth round running backs here. I just want to look. Who else went in this class? They didn't, no running backs in the fourth this year. Legit, there wasn't a running back in the fourth this year. Yeah, there was. Who was it? It was Roshan. Oh. But you kind of catch my drift.
Yeah.
Let's go to 20. I just want to go back. Let's go to 2022. I want to see how well this theory holds up. No third round running backs except for TDP. Brian Robinson. So, you know, he hit. So you're 1 for 2 there. Then Damian Pierce, he hit. From a value standpoint, he hit. Then Zamir White, you got a good amount of value for Zamir White, and he did nothing. Like it's kind of the point. And then, you know, Hassan Haskins didn't do anything. So, you know, it's just a lot less from a value hit standpoint. It's a lot less hit and miss at running back than it is at wide receiver. Sean says, new Motherflocker. Just send in for a blueprint. We draft tomorrow. We got you tonight, my friend. You're going to be on the list. If I sign up for the annual Motherflocker, how would I get a live review? I'm in a rookie draft on the clock, my pick, and can't decide what to do. We can help you with that right now. So once you sign up with code domain, you're going to, on the site, let me just show you real quick. Here you go. On the site, once you sign up, like I said, make sure you say code domain, top right, personalized advice, team review. So it's that top right button, and you go through this process, and once you have the annual tier, you'll have a voucher for us, and so you can just go get it there. And then we can do it tonight, and so you can, you know, we can tell you exactly who to take. And again, those of you guys who need direct help in your rookie drafts, like we're doing rookie draft blueprints with every single one of these. In fact, Nathan, I want to emphasize that a little bit more tonight, probably. Spend more time on the rookie draft stuff, especially for those people with a lot of picks. Okay, so Harvey jumps up. Johnson goes ahead of Judkins in this draft, which you feel really good about getting Judkins at the 1-8. Harvey goes in the first though again, so I'm glad we're, you know, still figuring that one out. Loveland, Warren go here, and then Ibuka. Okay, so pretty normal. Outside of the Harvey swap, normal, completely normal. Still 1-3 Travis Hunter here too. Jim says he just joined and sent in as well. Perfect. We got you tonight, Jim. We'll take care of you. Any specific questions you guys have, drop them in the comments of your review so we can see them. And I'll read the super chat. We'll have these off during the reviews because we just want to focus.
Avery, you're gonna have to tell me which ones in here because we're getting so many.
Okay, I got it. Wide receiver is my worst position. I have the 1-2. Would you take T-Mac or Hunter? Okay. Either. I would take Ted, Sean. Like, I mean, they're both great picks, right? They're both fantastic picks. And really, I don't think you can go wrong with either. I mentioned this before. You know, we have them as like 1A, 1B. In one draft, if I have the 103 twice, in one draft, I'll go Hunter. In one draft, I'll go Ted. I want a little bit of both. So, where have y'all landed on Harvey versus Johnson? We have Johnson in his own tier at the 1-8, and then Harvey's the top of the next tier. So we technically have Johnson ranked a tier above just because the analytics are really good. But don't blame anybody for doing it the other way around. Royo can sign up for a blueprint, have 101, 102, 104, 21 rebuild. Perfect. Put that, Royo can put that in the comments or your review so we can see that. That'll help us keep it organized. How do we change our code? You can't change a code unless you haven't had a membership and if you've never had a membership, then they will let you before you subscribe. But outside of that, like once you're subscribed, you can't. But you can message me on Discord if you have more questions about that. Okay, so Scattaboo 2425 back to back. Dart is better at the 2-3. Still a good deal. Golden Burden. You feel pretty comfortable with Burden, it seems like, Nate. I guess I'm just skittish. I don't think you heard me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said someone else's name the whole time.
Who the hell else would I be talking to?
I thought you said Nick. I thought you were talking to someone in the comments.
Is that not your name?
You said Nick.
I did not say Nick. I said Nate.
I heard Nick.
God.
Anyways, no. To me, this is I'm trying to not freak out as much as everyone else is because we've just been in this boat before with other prospects that we like that have gotten good enough draft capital, and we have been absolutely fricked in the butt because something ends up working out in their favor. And I'm honestly like I'm waiting on some sort of deal to happen this offseason or
but
something.
Here's the thing,
like
we're stuck because we think Rome is awesome. And they spent a top 10 pick on him.
Yeah, I know. Burden from an investment perspective is the last guy.
I'm just letting you know this. I don't know if you knew this, Nathan. You know people are victory lapping that we should have been fading Rome. Which I think is the dumbest thing of all time.
I'm glad they knew that they were going to take Burden in the early second.
Did you know that Rome was second in unrealized air yards last year in the league among wide receivers? Second.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Be nice to Nick. I heard Nick. I heard Mick. I heard Nate. Okay, so people agree with you. It was just funny. You're like, who, me?
Sorry.
I know. I just screwed with you.
Avery under Purdy 13. We've got 5 submissions. I don't know what's what.
I'll look at it. Send me a screenshot of that, please. Shuck goes to 10. Mason Taylor goes here. So again, this is the second draft in a row, and I want in the chat. Should Mason Taylor be going in the second round of Dynasty rookie drafts? Yes or no? So where did he go? 42nd overall to the Jets. It was rumored that they had targeted him there. Even going into day 2, they're like, hey, the Jets are going to take Taylor. And they did. And it was like, oh, it was actually correct. Here's the thing. And I'll show you this real quick in the bakery. Shout out Ryan. By the way, we don't own this. So, yes, I think when you sign up, Ryan is basically distributing it on his own now because we can't share it. So he is, I think, still sharing it with people, though. So you do get it with your membership. But it's out of our control. When you're looking at Mason Taylor, boom, there's his analytical profile. For this year, he's the tight end 9 analytically. Let's look at the guys in the Mason Taylor tier and how many of these guys have hit. First of all, there's a lot of guys in here this year. Chig kind of hit. Parkinson kind of hit from a production standpoint. That's pretty much it. This tier's not good, guys. So, like, that's kind of why it's like, with Mason Taylor, like, I don't think I'm super comfortable taking him there. Like, that seems like way too rich a price for me. And I definitely would not take him around before Ferguson. In a vacuum, in fact, I don't even, how did we have them ranked? Did we have Mason Taylor and Ferguson in the same tier?
Yeah, we did, because Mason Taylor went, like, early second.
He went 8 picks ahead.
I think.
I'm just saying, like, in my personal rankings, I heavily prefer Ferguson.
I don't trust any of the tight ends here, so
And,
I'm just
and I don't blame you.
you.
And again, we've talked about it. This is the best shot to take a tight end in the third is Harold Fannin, because you've got the really good analytical profile.
Yep.
Milrow in the
and
second
Njoku
again.
probably out after this season, unrestricted free agent after this year.
If you need a tight end, yes. Happy birthday, Nick. That's funny. That's funny. How does Baker come to us? If you can tag Ryan on you can jump over on the Discord, Jim, and then if somebody there might have it for you, or ask Ryan. Ryan is willing to send it to you guys. I think if I already had an account, I'm just signing up for the annual tier. Should I get that voucher for you guys? Yes, as long as it says domain. Once you sign up for the annual tier, it's going to issue the voucher to your account right away. You can submit for your team review tonight.
Master P in the comments, why you received one blueprint. Let us know what your username is. I'm assuming you're Double Eye Devastation
no.
that bought the domain draft bundle.
Well, he's just saying he bought, but he only got one. We have to issue the vouchers.
We have to manually issue those vouchers, so you'll get it.
We can't do it right now because we're streaming, but we will later. So we got you. They should be to you by tomorrow. The other one should be, so you can do both. It might be tonight. I don't know. Our whole team traveled this weekend, so everybody's kind of out for the count right now. Down for the count. Fannin feels like the next Isaiah Likely. I mean, Isaiah Likely, yeah, he's hit from a value perspective. And he maybe with Njoku, maybe it's that kind of fit too. I'm kind of pissed, dude. Like, I've got a lot of Njoku. I thought he was gonna be like a super solid, safe, secure tight end option. And now it's like, I don't think they took Fannin for no reason. Where did he get selected?
3rd round.
67th. Okay. Makes me feel a little bit better. Makes me feel a little bit better. Birthday again. It seems like it was Nick's birthday just yesterday. It does feel like that. The years they fly, man. How many of those guys were on the Jets, though? That's true. That's a great point, Austin. That's funny. I'd take Taylor a late round too, but I don't feel good about it. Huge teardrop. Yeah, well, there's a huge teardrop, right? Honestly, like Jaden Blue, Tyler Shuck, I'd take over Taylor. Who freaking fell in this draft? Anybody? No, I guess not. So this is, yeah. So then Arroyo at price. I will say this. At price, Ferguson and Arroyo in the 4th is a much better pick than Taylor in the 2nd. Much, much better. Spend these picks on running backs. Spend these middle picks on running backs. But Kyle Williams is going. He's actually started to drop down to the 3rd. But again, I think you're going to see a lot of drafts where Kyle Williams does go in the 2nd, because I've already seen a lot of drafts where Kyle Williams goes in the 2nd. All right. Tosh Brooks.
All right, we in the 4th round of this one?
Yep.
All right, I've got the first review up.
All right, cool.
I sent you a screenshot of those bottom 5. Now.
Thanks.
More. Yeah, we're gonna have to find out who's what.
Yeah, I'll do that. I can check all this. Rashard Smith victory lap. We did call that one a little bit. Ty Felton goes here. He did get a decent landing spot, but he's going to be no more than the wide receiver 3. Ryan Brett says, and he's a Vikings fan, he says don't draft Ty Felton. So,
from Hargraves 14, we got a super message from him on the site. I'm just going to answer his real pick. He says, "Hey guys, should I take Hampton or Hunter at the 102? Hampton's in a tier of his own at the 102. We're taking Hampton over Travis Hunter."
There's Dylan Graybill. There's Gunnar Helm. All right, cool. Let's jump over here. I've got this open. Again, we are going to be doing these here reviews. Oh man, I forgot to pull up my freaking blueprint thing. I'll do that in a second. So, okay, I'm going to refresh. Who's our first one? Is it Ace?
Yes.
Okay, this isn't refreshing. Come on. All right. I'm about there. Here we go. Ace. Gotcha. All right. Let's get started. Nathan, you ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's get you guys some rookie draft advice here. Superflex 12 team start 8 PPR, non-tight end premium. Ace 717 is your flock name. I don't have the team name. Do you have that on your end, Nathan?
Yeah, it's Mr. Donation.
Okay, cool. Mr. Donation, number 4 here. And again, it is a 12-team Superflex. It's a little bit more of a shallow league starting lineup base, but team reveal, here you go. And yeah, we'll start by grading out your position groups. So,
yeah, so we have Lawrence and McCarthy and Flacco at quarterback, which is probably a 5, maybe a 4. We've got Chuba Hubbard, Blake Corum, Javonte Williams, Jerome Ford, Kendry Miller at running back, which is like a 2. And then we got Amon-Ra, BTJ, Olave Ayuk, Leggett at wide receiver, which is a 6 or 7. I'll give you a 7. And then tight end is Bowers, which is a 10.
yep.
So the way that the My Teams is looking in this league, okay, you are ranked currently 4th in the power rankings. Let's look at your rookie picks. You have the 107, 111, 204, and 404, and you have an extra 26 second. You have someone else's 26 first. So pretty solid draft capital score as well. In a super flex format, we like to see people that have picks in the 103 to 107 tier, and you're right there. You're right in the mix. So you're going to get a pretty good follower there. Not a good follower, but like a pretty good option there of the tier that we have of Henderson, Judkins, McMillan, Hunter, and Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Hang on. Getting all the picks in. Okay, so let's just break down some of your options that you're going to see there again. At the 107, we are going to be looking at, oh man, our tiers aren't updated. Gonna do these off the top of my head. We're looking at Judkins, Travis Hunter, and Cam Ward. And then at the 111, you're most likely going to have like a Matthew Golden, a Emeka Egbuka, Colston Loveland in that range.
Yeah.
And then at the 204, we're going to be expecting guys. I mean, we've seen Dart falling in that range quite a bit.
A lot. I mean, pretty consistently at this point, for sure. So
yeah,
Dart would be a good one. I mean,
Dart would be a good one.
QB needy team here, so.
Luther Burden at that price is a good one as well, and so is Jaden Higgins.
Yeah.
And then at the 404, you can just take 4th round running back shots there, tight ends, whatever you want really in that range. Taj Brooks. I'll just give you all running backs since we kind of want to practice what we preach here. Yeah. So that 4th round pick is gonna basically just be a dart throw.
Yeah, and again, I like strategy-wise, when I'm making those 4th round rookie picks, like I'm leaning running back there. So.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, I like it because you've got the 3 assets there that are going at the turn, right? Bowers, Brian Thomas, Amon-Ra. It leaves you with a lot of value. Again, your rookie picks here, I think you're ending up with somebody. The nice thing about getting the 107 this year is you end up at the very end of that tier. And so you just take the last person that falls to you in that tier, and you're feeling really good about it. So, yeah. and then the 111.
Yeah, so I would hold that 107. I think I'd hold the 111 right now.
I would too.
I mean, I'm holding every one of these picks. I don't think you have too many of them. I think we're feeling pretty comfortable there for you.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's just make sure that we're not letting any value fallers make it past you at the first. Again, we want to make sure that we're staying in that tier at the 107. There's going to be a player in that tier of the 103 to 107 that you cannot pass up. If Ward is there, do not take Caleb Johnson. If Travis Hunter is there, do not pass up on him and take Matthew Golden or Colston Loveland. I saw Colston Loveland go at the 105 in a rookie draft earlier today.
Did you seriously? What league was that?
Don't do that. Same league. It was the crazy Live League.
The Live League 1 did that?
I'm pretty sure it's Live League 1. Yeah.
Oh my.
If not, then it was Blue League. It was one of those two.
Holy cow, man. I'm honestly really surprised that's happening in our leagues.
Yeah. And just a little adjusted advice with the second round picks. Don't reach on any third round wide receivers in this range. Kyle Williams at the 204, not interested. Yeah. You need to be taking those early second round wide receivers before you take a shot on Kyle Williams. Any first or early second round wide receivers in that range, just take them. Prioritize day 2 running backs over everything. If RJ Harvey makes it to you at the 104, you need to just take him. If Jackson Dart is there available, you need to just take him. If both of them are available, pick your choose, whichever one's your favorite. Don't pass up on Scatterboo or Tootin in the mid to late second if you end up acquiring one of those as well.
Yeah.
As far as your archetype is concerned, looking at your starting lineup, you have Lawrence and JJ McCarthy, Chuba, Corum, Amon-Ra, BTJ, Brock Bowers, Chris Olave. Your depth is Brandon Ayuk. You're right on the fringe here with your picks coming in. I'll give you well-rounded. We'll go contend, reload. Say extra 26 second. And we'll give you some targets here. First thing that I think I want to do is probably pivot off of JJ McCarthy. At this point, I think Baker Mayfield is incredibly solid. His situation is probably one of the best that you could ask for in terms of like the weapons that are around him. And he's already proven to be very productive with the current guys that he had before Egbuka was even in the picture there. So let's just get a little bit more security there at quarterback. And who knows, your value follower could end up being Cam Ward at the 107 for all we know.
Yeah, true.
Don't be too worried. If Travis Hunter falls to you at the 107, you can just take him there. I wouldn't be worried about him being paired with BTJ on your team. Like if you're worried about them taking away from each other, you can just down tier from one later. But take the value that falls in the rookie draft. I think down tiering from Bowers would probably help bolster your depth at running back and or wide receiver, so I'll probably do that on this team. We can go for McBride. Plus. And then Xavier Leggette's on your team. Definitely looking to move... Javonte Williams is still a factor after Dallas decided to not go with the day 2 running back, but Jaden Blue was just drafted. I would shop anything you can get for Javonte Williams.
Why did I just lose my freaking screen? Sorry about that, y'all.
And Leggett. I would pivot off of both of those guys. Higher upside. So a couple targets, I'll give you a running back and a wide receiver target. If you want to get an affordable running back, a guy that hasn't really been impacted by anything that happened in the draft, Josh Jacobs is not a bad target at all. You can pair him with Chuba. And then at the wide receiver position, a guy that hasn't really been impacted by anything since the draft. There's a good number of them. But probably... I mean, here, I know this for a fact. I know Pittsburgh isn't riding with Mason Rudolph unless they all want to get fired. So,
true.
Aaron Rodgers will be the QB there. If you want to go shop DK before they sign him, you can definitely do that.
Yeah.
So a little bit like on the fringe of like contention, and I think from a value perspective, you can definitely get there. Just going to require a couple of moves. And then in the comments here, I would just say focus on bolstering depth primarily at running back, wide receiver when trading this offseason. I would say the buy window is honestly actively closing on those veteran productive running backs who none of them were replaced like a lot of people thought they would be. Yeah. Closing, I don't think it's entirely closed, but I would still explore offers there.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Sorry I had a little bit of trouble getting your team up on my screen, but you should be good to go, and we'll send you your blueprint and your rookie draft blueprint, the actual like physical copy tomorrow. But you have this video review, and also send Nathan and I a DM on Discord if you have any questions for your rookie draft. You have it anytime soon, but you should be good to go, man. So again, use those picks wisely. They're pretty good values right now, but we appreciate you, man. All right, Yudwa is up next. Yudwa, if you're in the comments, let us know. You are going to be on the clock, my friend. By the way, Nathan, so the only ATL 22, which I know you're one of our regs, you bought a 1.0. If you wanted it live, you can upgrade it. But you just let us know if you're here and you want that done. Everything else, Nathan, through Crispy is done and verified. So
I know they're all I know they're all annuals, but we're getting annuals in all day. So like I don't know which ones are actually here live is what I'm telling you. Because I don't know if you've been watching the emails, but
yeah.
Well, we just need to know which ones are live. So
yeah, okay. I looked at all of them, but so they should all be good.
I know they're I know they're verified because they're vouchers from that, but again, like
the 103, the 109, and 105. You get in the same, the 103 and the 105 are in the same tier, and you pick up the 109. I would just go ahead and down tier here, J-Rip. So, yeah, I mean, Nathan, I'm assuming you agree here.
Yeah, I do agree.
Okay, good deal. All right, Yudwa is up next. Yudwa, we appreciate you. Yeah, if you're here in the chat, I see, yeah, let's see. I don't know if I've seen you yet. Excedra says he just got a live blueprint, so you should be good. How can I get the review in the blueprint? I'll post the link in the comments again. We'll be doing these. What in the world, man? My computer's not having it tonight. There we go. We'll be doing these every night this week, so. But there's the link right there. You can follow, and again, you get 2 free ones with the annual Motherflocker tier. Team Blueprint 2.0, you can find that also on the Bitly. If you follow the, there's the blueprint guide down here, and you can see the differences between them. So check that out, and you should have everything you need to know about that. But all right, ready to go with Yudwa?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Yudwa. Rookie draft is in August. Okay, so this is not an urgent one. It'll be Genty, Hunter, and Ward top 3 because I know my league mates. I'll get Tet or Hampton. Well, that's freaking sweet. And then I'm hoping to get Loveland or Warren to fall to me in the second round. Yeah, that would be great. Send a trade. Looks like you've got a pretty good team here. Looks like a pretty good step above the rest of your league mates. It's a super flex 10-team start 9. It says non-PPR, so it's probably a tiered PPR, and it's a half-point tight end premium. This team is good. And you're going to get Hampton at the 105? It says you have the 105, but you said... Okay, you get Tet or Hampton. I see. One of those guys is falling. Man, that's going to be insane. Either way, I think Tet is great for this team. I think Hampton is great for this team. But this is a really good team. So we'll start with your positional grades here. It's a 10-team Superflex again. So we do have to take the 10-team into account here. So Mahomes, May, Purdy. That's really good. That's a 9. 8 in a 10-team. Gibbs, Brees, Chase Brown. Also good. It's at least a 6. I'll give it a 7. You have Gibbs. Amon-Ra, Drake London, Rashee Rice, Zay Flowers, Brandon Ayuk, Josh Downs. Yeah, you've got the depth, but we want you to in a 10. I think that's another... That's freaking probably still an 8. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm good with an 8.
And then tight ends a 1. What do you think? We could go dual elite QB. We could go well-rounded. Doesn't have a tight end, but
I would go. Oh man, that's pretty good across the board. We'll probably go high and well-rounded.
All right, cool. Yeah, again, it's pretty much everything but tight end at this point. So well-rounded team. Again, it's a 10-team Superflex. It's a start 9. You've got a lot of depth here for a start 90, to be honest with you. I think we're going to have a lot of up tiers going on here in terms of what your trade suggestions are. But your 3-year outlook's going to look like contend, reload at bare minimum. You're contending the next 2 years easy and probably, in my opinion, probably beyond that. But yeah, well-rounded team. We really like this roster. And so we do have some moves, though. I think you have too much depth in this team. So, and then we'll give you some targets for your rookie draft picks. Actually, it sounds like you have the 105, pretty much nailed down. You're going to take Hampton or you're going to take Tet, whichever one falls to you. So,
yeah. Do you have the little score thing? Yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Yeah, it was fricking it up, but I got it up finally. So
Yeah.
So 8781 contend reload well-rounded team.
Yep. Okay. And then 105, 204, 205. So 2 mid seconds. And then a 305 and 405.
Okay, so I think, yeah, well, I've got quite a few moves here, honestly. I think you start with the QBs, and then I think you take the wide receivers and you up tier there a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would probably down tier from May altogether. I'm fine keeping Purdy because I don't think you need to sell him, but we definitely just need to go get an elite tight end on this roster, like with somebody. So, because you can afford it, he can afford anything he wants to do with this roster.
Yep. Yeah, I think the more you can just upgrade your starting roster, the better. So like I would be eyeing your last flex spot. You have Flowers, and then you have a ton of depth where you could up tier as well. You could comfortably up tier from Flowers and still have some solid depth, like very solid depth.
So you go with the up tier targets. What do you think? Wilson?
Yeah, I would take Flowers and Chase Brown, and I would up tier to Wilson.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well. Just buy play. I mean, it's a market play too. So
you said, yeah, Drake made down tier. Like, who we down tiering to there?
I was thinking like Herbert. But you could go all the way to Dak if you wanted to. You could get
you go all the way down to Goff.
Because really, like, again, what we're doing here is we're going to use the extra guys. We're going to up tier and we're going to get an elite tight end. So what tight end target do we want to give him? I honestly think just go get McBride. Let's honestly just look at the bottom teams here. Who has McBride is on one of these teams. This guy needs receivers, and he needs everything. Go get McBride from this guy.
Yeah. We have Reed and Downs as well on this team, and a 10 team. Just up tier from those guys, get some higher upside.
Yeah.
And then Brees, honestly, I would just hold right now with all the rumors. Like,
I would too. Wait, I mean, we called it. Brees did not get moved during the draft, so
just see what happens a little bit. And then a third target, you want to give him another running back target or just go with wide receivers?
Well, can you read what are his flex spots right now?
Rasheed and Flowers.
Yeah, well, okay. I mean, we could give him a rookie running back.
I'll give him a Kyron or a JT. Yeah, we can give him a rookie running back.
You can give him one a Quint. You can give him one a Henderson or Judkins.
Yeah.
Although he's not drafted yet, but yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes.
That tier, like, I mean, that's where those guys are right now. So
if he hasn't drafted yet, let's hold off on the rookie targets because we're giving those to him for his rookie draft.
I agree. You're right.
I'll give him like a Kyron.
So again, if you get Hampton, then mission accomplished. If you get Tet, mission accomplished. But realistically, you have 9 starting players. 2 of them are quarterbacks. You have 7 starting running backs, wide receivers, and a tight end. So 6 starting wide receivers and running backs. And you have startable guys right now. 3 running backs and at least 5 wide receivers. So you have plenty of room to up tier here. McBride is going to be a big one because, again, I think you can get it from this guy. But we also mentioned Garrett Wilson. We're going to play the market and also get some higher upside flex production than like Isaiah Flowers, Brandon Ayuk. And Garrett Wilson does have higher upside than those guys, right? And then I think you could also give him I think you just play with house money and you go get like a Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey type on this team and try to get that veteran 20-point per game upside. Because, that's like you have all of your value in the right place for your dynasty team, but then you also are just getting the cheap upside plays. You have the value to just do whatever you want here. So,
yeah, definitely. So with your rookie targets, sorry, I have to. I'm trying to translate these to 10 team.
Oh yeah.
So at the 105, we're looking at Travis Hunter, Travion, Tet McMillan, Avery Executive. 2-4.
Hey, he says he's getting Ted or Hampton there, so I think you take one of those. Because he says it's Jenny Hunter, and Ward are guaranteed top 3. So.
Okay, I'll
So
give you
enough.
Hampton as your top target there. Then if Hampton makes it to you, 204 and a 10 team, Matthew Golden's going to make it to you there potentially. I would also look at RJ Harvey in that range as well. And then basically any sort of second round wide receiver, any sort of faller in that range. I mean, if Levlin falls to you in that range, we've seen him fall a little bit. And then yeah, the 205, same sort of value range. I could even throw Luther Burden in at that point if you want to go and target him.
Yeah, which would be fine. But again, I would if you do get him, I would probably just use him up tier.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And then the 305, let's just take those 4th and 5th round running backs. We're talking guys like Jaden Blue, talking guys like Dylan Sampson you can take in that range, if you're Jordan James as well. Yeah. Okay.
I like those guys.
And then, I mean, as far as sticking with your picks, I'm holding all of them right now. You have the 105, you have a couple seconds, and then the 305, you can just stick with those. That's a good balance of proven assets that you're going to be going with, and young guys as well.
Yeah. All right. Anything else left on this one, Nate?
Comments?
Yeah. Depth is not important in this format. Get as many high upside players as you can. Take shots. Another one. Take shots on cheaper veterans whose production upside is, you can keep your value in young assets, but you can even keep your young assets on the bench. What if you get Garrett Wilson and he sucks this year? Well, then get Devontae Adams for cheap and start him over Garrett Wilson. Like, Devontae Adams is going to ball out. But get those cheaper veterans because you have the money to do it. And then don't be afraid to use your 26 first in season to don't also be afraid to use it, even before the season. You're clearly the best team in this league to win your league though. Like I'm less worried about keeping your first on this team for sure. So.
Yeah. And then again, just reinforcing the comments. If Hampton falls to you at the 105, you have to take that.
Yeah. All right.
And then, yeah, don't be afraid of productive veteran running backs at this point.
Yeah, again, that's McCaffrey, that's Henry, but Yudwa, we appreciate you, man. If you have any questions, do let us know. All right. By the way, Nathan, everybody through Crispy is timestamp verified. So we're good. Everybody's good.
Through Crispy.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And we already answered Hargraves too. So I'll check the other ones, but everybody else is good, like confirmed. Okay. And
Are they live?
They're all people who signed up during the stream. Every single one of them. Those first, however many. So.
Okay.
So they're good.
Yeah.
I'll keep checking them manually. So. All right.
I
know this is Jordan. So Jordan is here in the comments. Jordan, let us know that you're here, man. But we're gonna do your team now. We appreciate you, dude. Definitely excited to look at this. I think we did this one a couple weeks ago as well, so this is going to be a follow-up. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. I'm excited to do a follow-up for this one as well. I'm assuming you've made some trades. All right, yeah, and if you guys did submit for a team review, here are the guys we have. We have Jay Fitz, we have Puraqua, we've got JT Fitz, we've got Razorback, we've got Mahomes, we've got Critter. It looks like you got an Infinite, but you are probably fine. And then Rhino Dynasty as well. And then we've got a couple super messages. You upgraded to a live one. Okay, we'll leave you in here then. GH Barker says for the live review. I don't think I have. If you're already in our queue, you're probably gonna GH Barker. You're probably gonna have to get yours at the start of tomorrow. Is my guess. So if you submitted yours earlier, then we'll pull you over and do yours to start tomorrow if that's okay. P Dunk says my late 26 first. For the 2-2, I'm on the clock right now, and Caleb Johnson is still available. Take Caleb Johnson. Oh my gosh. Take Caleb Johnson, P-Dunks. Super message from Joe Burr. Thoughts on Thornton, Jarquez, Tesla, Etienne, and Bryant. Thornton, good dart throw. Analytically, I like it. The real, question there is, Besh is there. Bowers is there. Jacoby Myers is there. I'm not sure the volume will be there for Thornton. He's more of a dart throw than anything. Jarquez Hunter, I think he's a running back too, but I think he's worth a shot. We put him in that tier with the rest of those 4th and 5th round running backs because he's going to be in a committee there. Isaac Tesla, personally, we aren't super high on, to be honest with you. Etienne, kind of the same thing. I think he's the number 2 behind Chuba, and I think you take a shot on him because he's in a committee. And then Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant's a dart throw, and again, I think I'm taking running back in that range more than anything. So appreciate you, Joe Burr. Good questions. Thoughts from HC Allowed on this trade? Mahomes, Walker, Najee, Charbonnet for Caleb, the 103. Oh gosh. Yeah, you take this. This is a smash. It's not even close here, HC Allowed. Yeah, you take this deal. That's ridiculous. Ryokin says, I don't see mine up. Did you go through? Oh, yeah, Rhino. I'm pretty sure this is you, right? Rhino Dynasty? Let us know if that's you, Ryokin. If not, we can get you sorted out. So, all right, Nathan, we good to go with X-Ray?
Yep. Rhino, that's a 2.0. We don't do 2.0s live, but if you wanted that to be a live team blueprint, we can just do it live for you.
Oh, Rhino Dynasty is Rain Poncho. So, Ryokin, let me know your flock username in the chat, and I can check on yours. But yeah, same thing for you, Rain Poncho. Like, yeah, I'm assuming you want a live one. We do the live ones are 1.0s. The 2.0s we do off screen. But if you want it live, we'll keep it in here for you. So, yeah, I got you, buddy. All right, yeah, I'll take care of that. Let's get into Jordan's here. I see Jordan right here. So he says, I got Najee in the trade for Bucky as well. Trying to move up from the 112 with Benson to get Caleb Johnson, hopefully the 18, 19. So he's making some moves. He said, I had y'all do this blueprint a couple weeks before the draft. Made some moves, need help in what I should do now. I have an offer for Trey Benson in the 209. I also traded Bucky for 226 first. I think that's a fine trade. X-Ray. I think Jordan R5 is his actual team name. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 11th here. Again, I think we probably had you as a hard rebuild. But it's a 12-team Superflex start 11 PPR. It's a 0.5 tight in premium. Yeah, we good to go?
Yes, we are.
All right,
so
I'll let you get started
looking at JJ McCarthy, Derek Carr, and Aaron Rodgers at QB. That's really going to be a 2. Trey Benson, Najee Harris, lost a lot of value. Tank Bigsby as well. Jonathan Brooks. That's going to be a 1. And then at wide receiver, we've got Odunze, Chris Olave, and then QJ, Wicks, Franklin. Good for probably a 3. And then we have Brock Bowers at tight end, which is a 10. So looking at your draft capital, and Avery already mentions that you do have in the power rankings, you are 11th. You have the 105, 112, 203, 302, and 404 with an extra 26 first in next year's draft. But this will be a hard rebuild, I think, and we're probably just going to want to down tier from quite a bit of players just to kind of spread out our value as much as possible, accumulate as much value upside as we can.
Yeah.
And as I'm putting the picks in here, I think we're definitely going to want to start with we're gonna want to start with Brock Bowers, down tiering from him. I think that we want to look for another position entirely, either a quarterback and or a wide receiver. If you're down tiering from him, you can target both. If you want to pivot to a wide receiver or quarterback, I wouldn't be against that either. It's not because we think that Brock Bowers isn't going to like work out long term. It's more because there's more insulation and value upside in other wide receivers and quarterbacks at the moment, and just those positions are more valuable in Dynasty.
Can you give me the grades again? I didn't put them in the graphic.
Yeah, 2, 1, 3, 10.
Thank you. Okay, you're good now.
So other guys to shop here. JJ McCarthy is.
I would shop him. I'm with you.
I would definitely be shopping him if I were you. I just think that there are safer guys that are a little more insulated long term that still have as much value upside as he does. I don't think I think anyone would be crazy to say that like, oh, he's objectively at his value ceiling. Like, no, he has room to move upwards if he works out. He's ranked a little too high still. Like, honestly, he has more room to fall than he has to go up. And when you're looking at guys that are more solidified like Baker or like Dak, who are contract insulated, who aren't ancient or anything like that, very, very safe, can move up board still, I would look to pivot off of McCarthy, maybe even get picks if you can.
Yeah.
And then can't move Odunze now. You can hold Olave, you can hold Odunze, but looking at your picks, honestly, we can hold your picks too. I'm fine with you picking all of those players. So we'll go hold 105, hold 112, 203, and 302.
Yeah.
And then extra 26 first. Yeah, so a high draft capital grade. If Najee has any value left, like if a guy who gets Hampton in the draft wants Najee as a handcuff or anything like that, capitalize. Najee Harris, Tank Bigsby, those types of guys, just move them for literally anything.
Yeah.
If you can keep getting 26 picks at a discount, I would definitely continue looking there. And then I'm going to give you pretty much quarterbacks and wide receiver targets the rest of the way. Like I already mentioned, a pivot off of JJ McCarthy. I'll give you Dak. Baker's also not a bad target as well. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a good target when down tiering from Bowers. Garrett Wilson is also a good target. Let's just maximize the return that we can get from a top-end cornerstone asset like Brock Bowers, who's already at his value ceiling. Let's get some guys that have room to move up boards. Top priority this offseason, just adding this to your comments, is building up QB and wide receiver value upside.
Mm-hmm.
Fade running back outside of the draft. Don't sell Burden or don't sell Odunze low. Loveland and Burden are concerning, but not enough to offload value at a discount.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of keep our head above the waves a little bit there and see how that situation actually ends up unraveling. I don't think we really know what everything's going to look like there yet. And then I'll just add in the comments if you can move Bowers for Caleb or Mahomes plus, capitalize. I gave you wide receiver targets in the players to target section, but again, if you can get a QB like that plus some value on top, you can go ahead and just do that in a super flex league.
Trying to see. No, you're good. I'm making sure I haven't heard anything from Jordan. He said, I'm hoping Ward makes it to me at the 105. So.
That would be really nice.
I mean, it would be. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be fine. And honestly, for a rebuild, it's a good pick there. So.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Hunter, Tech, Cam Ward, any of those guys at the 105 is going to be really solid. Golden, Igbuka, Loveland are going to be in that 112 range, most likely. And then like a Jackson Dart, RJ Harvey, sort of value there at the 203 is going to be available.
Yeah.
RJ Harvey. I still can't believe I'm saying that.
I know, it's surreal. I don't know if it will ever not be surreal.
That's nuts. It's crazy.
It's insane, man. Again, like people, can you imagine if we would have in a mock draft said RJ Harvey goes second round of the Broncos and you had taken him in the first round? I'd be like, what? No. The draft changes things.
Yes, it does.
All right. He said, should I try to move up to get Caleb Johnson? I honestly, no. Because you're a rebuild, you don't even need running back. And I wouldn't even recommend you get running back. So, no, I would stay put. I definitely don't want to move up on a rebuild in the draft, though. I would stay totally put in this draft, so.
Yep. All right, man, let us know if you have any questions with this team.
Yeah, any other questions in the comments, Jordan, we got you, man. But we'll send this over to you again here within the next 24 hours, and we'll be good to go. So, appreciate you a ton. All right. I have Purdy 13 next. So again, you guys can submit. There are two ways to get a team review. You get two right now with the In Your Motherflocker tier for the live draft special. We're running this for maybe another day or so. Also, for you existing domain members, you can also get the domain draft bundle still. We kept this open, so comes with 2 blueprints as well. They're both off screen, but we will do as many of these as we can tonight, and then the ones we don't get to, for those of you guys who submitted, which if you see your names on here. Yeah, so Ryokan, I see yours, and you did upgrade. So his was moved over, and it's because you did a 2.0, Ryokan. And same thing with Rhino Dynasty. Both of you guys did 2.0s, and so the difference between the live one and a 2.0, 2.0 is off screen. It's the more detailed version that we do off screen. The 1.0 is the classic blueprint that you see on the screen that I just showed you. And the live ones, we only do the 1.0 ones live because the 2.0s take so much time. And so you can either do the live 1.0 or the 2.0. And so if you guys want the live one, we can refund you the difference between the upgrade. And if you'd rather just stick with the 2.0, then we don't have to do it tonight. So Ryokan, we'll skip over yours for now and go to Purdy 13. And you can let me know in the chat if you'd rather have a live 1.0 or a 2.0, because you did buy the 2.0. So. All right. Purdy 13, you are up next, my friend. If you are in the comments, say hello. Let us know if you have any comments before, though. So appreciate you, Jordan. There's Ryokan. Yeah, if you could just let me know what you think, Ryokan, and we can either do yours now or later. So. And then there is Purdy 13, aka White Diamond Incorporated. What's up, man? Good to see ya. As we do this, if we have any questions, if you have any questions, let us know. So.
Yeah, Purdy 13 said, any recommended trades? Bucky Irving's on the trade block. Owners looking to get youth in the quarterback room or top 18 picks. Should I look to offload McCarthy here? Well, let's take a look at your team here and see if we want you to do that. I would say probably right out the gate, we're not the biggest fans of targeting Bucky Irving unless it's for the right price.
Yeah.
Don't say we don't say it never happens. We've seen teams get steals for Bucky Irving. Every league is different.
And pretty good. Perfect. All right. Here we go.
All right, team name here is pretty good. Nice. I love the Purdy puns. So starting at quarterback in a 12-team Superflex, half PPR, half tight end premium, we have Allen, Michael Penix, and JJ McCarthy. That's pretty good. I'll give you an 8. You have Kyron, Tyron Tracy, who just lost pretty much any value that he had. Unfortunate. So Kyron Williams really is a 3. And then A.J. Brown, Keon Coleman, Tank Dell, Juwan Jennings, Darnell Mooney, Christian Kirk is another 3. And K. Dotton, Jake Ferguson at tight end. K. Dotton with the Ibuka signing is nothing at this point. Jake Ferguson is a 1. So 8, 3, 3, 1. And then your draft picks are the 106, 110, couple of early seconds, 301, 406, extra 26 first.
Okay, not bad. Future value?
Yeah, we'll go future value.
All right. All right, White Diamond, if you got any other questions while we do this, let us know. But we're going to get into your specific moves now. So he did ask about trading Josh Allen or down tiering from Allen, and I think that's probably a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To answer your other question as well about targeting Bucky Irving, since he's on the block on a future value team, I'm not targeting Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving up any current draft capital that you have for Bucky. Not worth it.
No, I mean, again, and we'll put this in the suggestions in the comments here. Quarterback, wide receiver, and picks is where we're going to put our value completely for these rebuilds and reloads. And you're not a hard rebuild by any means, man. Not at all. But definitely not like a team where I want to be going and getting a ton of running backs on this team next year.
Yes. So down tiering from Allen. I mean, honestly, probably shopping. We're going to move Kyron Williams for a wide receiver. And then, honestly, all of your quarterbacks, Penix and McCarthy, I'm just playing the market with these guys. I would shop both of them for some pivots.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, because again,
your top 4 most valuable assets are the ones that we want you to shop, because we need to spread out our value more to accumulate value upside.
Yeah, and if we want this to be a 1-year rebuild instead of a 2-year rebuild, then that's how you have to do it. I mean, again, the only way you're going to accumulate value is if you get assets that can go up in value. And, I think really looking at your team, because Josh Allen's at his value ceiling, right? He just has to be. Penix and McCarthy, I don't feel like are super likely to be like, they're pocket passers, and pocket passers are being valued a lot less in Dynasty right now. Kyron is extremely productive young running back, and he's not being valued hardly at all. And then A.J. Brown, Keon Coleman, like, again, you just don't. We need some more upside on this team for sure. So,
yeah. Okay. So looking at wide receiver targets, I'm going to give you exclusively wide receiver targets, and then I'll give you down tier options for all of your quarterback/pivot options in the comments. But looking at wide receiver, we can go for Marv, we can go for Garrett Wilson, and I think we can also go for JSN. I wouldn't be against. Drake London I wouldn't be against. Honestly, I'll go Drake London. And then a lower end tier like an Olave would not be bad for this team either.
No, not bad at all. I mean, you kind of need those cheaper assets too, like Olave, that even maybe Brandon Ayuk that you can buy, and they're going to go up in value at least for one reason or another. Like the reason Ayuk's going to go up in value is because he's going to be back on the field, and he'll as soon as he's back on the field, he's gaining 20% of his value back. So just getting those small value wins. And that's going to be one of my comments. Make as many trades as you can and stack small value wins. That's how you're going to get out of this rebuild. Obviously, talking about your picks here, you're in that range, that third tier with Judkins, Henderson, Ward, Tet, and Travis Hunter. I would probably lean quarterback or wide receiver there. But if the value that's left there, if Henderson and Judkins are the only 2 players left from that tier, you take one of them and you don't take anybody else. 110, you're going to have a big tier there. I would take probably Ibuka if he's there. I don't mind one of the tight ends there, although they're more of a luxury item. There's just not a lot of wide receivers in that tier, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Because RJ Harvey's in that tier. Yeah, Jackson Dart's in that tier. So
So as far as suggestions and comments are concerned, just kind of closing those out a little bit for this team. Yeah, building up QB wide receivers our top focus.
Definitely hold both of your 26
yes, I was
firsts.
going to give you QB down tier targets.
Yes, Golden is in that tier. You're right, Shoemake. Yep, that's the other guy I was thinking of.
Include Mahomes, Caleb, like for that higher end Josh Allen tier when you're down tiering from him, Herbert, and then the Penix McCarthy area, you're looking at like Baker, Dak, T-Law.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I would also plan to shop AJ Brown during the season at a premium. He's just a pretty palatable price at the moment. I wouldn't move him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move him right now. You'll get peak value during the year. All right, man. Let us know if you have any questions, follow-ups there. Again, at this point, since you are, you don't have a ridiculous amount of picks and they're all solid ranges, like just stick with your picks at this point. Since you're a future value, you don't have 50 million first-round picks. So it's worth just taking the shots there while you take shots on other proven assets with value upside by down tiering from some of the current players that you own.
He did ask, do you guys see any value in Kyler at QB? I mean, yeah. I don't think he's somebody that like super want to invest in as a rebuild, but he definitely has value. I just think more contending value than rebuilding. If I'm going to buy a quarterback in that range, like on a rebuilder, I want Purdy, who I think is going to get a second deal. So,
yeah.
But we appreciate you. Thank you, sir. And if you have any other questions, send us a Discord DM. Obviously, you're a member now, so you're going to be good to go in that aspect as well. Ryokan, I moved you over. We're going to do a 2.0 for you, my friend. So we do have a trade question from PR Fit. Harvey, Golden, and Johnson still available. Trying to get up into the second. You're sending 2/3 to do it. Sure. Yes, do it. Definitely do it. That's cheap to move up to get somebody like, and take Caleb, by the way. I don't think I saw ATL here, and so I don't think we will do his right now. How long do Blueprint 1.0s take to get back usually? Usually like 7 days. We'll have to see how big the queue gets because we've been traveling, so. Yeah, thanks, Y Diamond. So Trim Zen, are you in the chat? If you are going to be up next, my friend, but let us know if you're here. It looks like you're one of our newest members, so we appreciate you. Send us a friend request on Discord. Also, send us a message saying, hey. Why did Tracy lose a ton of value to you guys? Is Scadaboo really going to be that much better than him? Yeah, Scadaboo is significantly better than Tracy.
Yeah, you put those guys in the same class, they're not even remotely close.
It's not close. And Scadaboo will win that job if it comes down to the two of them. So that's our opinion.
Yes.
But
yeah. Could be wrong, but this is the way. We were wrong about Swift being replaced.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know who saw that coming.
Taylor says, does it matter who we DM for questions? Nope, pick your favorite. A lot of people DM Nathan for questions and not me, and the other way around too. Or you can do both of us. It doesn't matter. You can also put both of us in a group chat if you want to. I don't mind it when people do that. Yeah, Trim Zen, let us know if you're here, man, and you will be up next. Willis, I am. Let me know if you're here as well. And then EJG, I want to hear from you as well. I think EJG, I know you're here because this is the FFPC league we were talking about. So, but I want to make sure all three of you guys are here so you can get your review.
Avery, Double I Devastation bought a domain draft bundle.
Yeah, I know. We can move him.
Okay.
That's Devastation. So.
I like saying double I Dev.
I Devastation.
double-eye devastated.
And did you move ATL over as well?
No, I did not.
I haven't seen him, so I think, yeah. That's Sean, so that's Willis I am. Let's go ahead and do yours, Sean. And
did you hear from Rhino Dynasty about the 2.0?
I forget what he said. I moved one over already. That was a 2.0. I moved it back, but
yeah, I saw that you moved that one.
He said live would be great. Is the 2.0 still included? It would be a 1.0 rain poncho, but if you still want it live, we can leave it over here for you. So EJG is on. There you go. Perfect. I haven't heard.
All right.
We'll see if we hear from Trim Zen or Trim Zen. Yeah. So Willis I am.
Okay.
Let's do that one.
Sounds good.
Only saw one team review after signing up. Would love it now. We start rookie draft tomorrow. Yes, we got you, my friend. You'll get your other voucher here very soon. We have to issue those manually. I tried a crazy trade of Knicks.
I am here. Did you say?
Yep.
You said
he's here. And Rain Poncho says he'll do the live as well. So that's Rhino Dynasty. So.
Okay.
I tried a crazy trade of Knicks in all of next year's first Virginity, but no response. Am I way overpaying for it? Yeah, I would pull that. I don't think you need to do that, like even before looking at your team. But Fantasy Reaper, your first year, so clearly you've made some good trades. It's a 1 QB 10 team start 8 PPR league. So he did say won it last year, hoping to contend again for my reload. Yeah, that's good thinking. The draft tanked my running back 2s, was planning to drop the low end bench players, grab an undrafted running back since we have a shallow draft. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's start. We'll grade out your position groups here. So.
Sorry, I'm pulling this up.
You're good.
Okay. Team name again, remind me.
It is Fantasy Reaper.
Fantasy Reaper. Okay, here we go. All right, so Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Kyler Murray, and a 10-team 1 QB. That's a 10. Jahmyr Gibbs, Najee Harris, Tank Bigsby, Ramondre Swift, who now actually has some production relevance. Jalen Wright, Rashad White, a lot of depth there, and again, it is a 10 team. So Gibbs alone is like a 4. The rest of that depth, I guess, will give you a 5. And then wide receiver, you have JJ, AJ Brown, T Higgins, drop off. I like the high upside there. That's a 7. You have Hawkinson, which is also a 7. So 10, 5, 7, 7. And then how's the draft capital looking here?
201, 303, and then 326 first, actually. So yeah, I would not trade 3 firsts and Knicks, by the way. So I would pull that offer as soon as you possibly can. It's not worth it. I think you're probably contending though. You've got enough value, especially in a 1 QB. You've got Knicks and Murray; they both have value, and you could trade Daniels. So, what do you think?
I go. Every week he's starting he's starting Najee in his running back spot or Swift, I guess, at this point, and then he has an open flex. He's got high-end wide receivers though, and he has Jahmyr Gibbs. I'll go contend reload. He has 2 extra 26 firsts.
Okay. I switched my headphones because mine died. That sucks. I can't hear you temporarily, so hold on. Volume. There we go. What team archetype did you say, Nate?
I go high and well-rounded. Contend reload.
Yeah,
we have some holes to fill.
I figured you were going to go well-rounded, so.
But, I mean, his high-end guys, again, when upside's everything and you're starting Daniels, Gibbs, JJ, AJ Brown, and Higgins, like, you should be competing, barring anything catastrophic.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
I do like the idea of moving off of some of those QBs, so those backup QBs that you have, like for another position entirely. You don't need either of them. You can just get a cheaper backup QB like a Goff, Geno, something like that to back up Daniels, but that's all you're going to need.
Yeah.
Bo Nix and Murray, it's not worth having them score all those points on your bench. Okay, so the guys that have kept some value since the NFL draft that I still have no confidence in. Swift. I would rather move for a veteran running back that I know has like proven consistent production than holding on to him. I'm thinking of like a Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara type, even if you have to package another guy and up tier to that. I would definitely do that. Pretty much every single one of your running backs that's not named Gibbs, I'm shopping. I would also explore a potential pivot off of Higgins as well.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like Higgins. It's more just like, hey, you're in a 10-team start 8. I want as many wide receiver 1s as I can possibly get. And Higgins, even though he has fantasy wide receiver 1 upside, technically, he still is the second guy there. And you only have to start 2 wide receivers. So honestly, I might just move off of Higgins and go get a running back instead. That's also another option. Because I'm probably going to be giving you all running back targets here. Yeah, Swift, Bigsby, Najee, move them.
He said lots of very stingy or stingy managers that refuse to trade and only have their own 3 picks every year.
Well, you can tell the suckiest guys in your league that being stingy is getting them last in the league.
Sorry.
So like this team down here that has Kyron and Chuba, he has DJ Moore and Jalen McMillan and Sutton as his top 3 receivers. This guy's not contending this year.
Yeah.
You might have to convince him of that because he might be stubborn and say, oh, I am because I have the 104 and the 110. Tell him that it takes forever for rookies to actually like it. You can tell him this. Just say, it takes time for rookies to develop. You need to offload your running backs and build up wide receiver. You're going to be screwed in a hard rebuild. Like Kyron and Chuba, I'm giving you both of those targets. And then, I think we're going to go. If you're shopping, like this guy down here has Saquon, Neighbors, DK, Terry, and then like that's it. Gonna get Genty, I guess. He might think.
Yeah, he will have Genty. So he'll have Genty, Saquon, Neighbors, which is pretty elite with Mahomes and Terry and DK. Yeah, he's contending. So
Mahomes in a 1 QB 10 team is not elite. That's bottom 5.
Yeah, unless he's a top 5 QB.
You're starting.
Yeah. Mahomes has top 5 upside.
Yeah, he just has to outdo all the top 5 rushing QBs. In a 1 QB, it's just not worth as much.
No, value-wise, no. But I'm saying from a contending standpoint, he's a fine contending QB.
Yeah.
If I had Mahomes, I'd think I was contending too. So, but
if you pivot off Higgins, who you're looking for?
Oh.
Yeah, he has AJ Brown.
Oh.
He has JJ and AJ Brown.
Why do you want to pivot off of Higgins out of curiosity?
I would want to try and get another like top option wide receiver.
So you want to go
or
up.
Just go or go for a running back.
So then it would be like JSN, or at running back, you're looking at that point, Travion, or, well, he hasn't drafted yet. I mean, there's not a ton of running backs in that range. Like the running backs we like are around later, and JT and Kyron. So I think if you're going for a wide receiver, you go like JSN, Lad McConkey.
Okay. So JSN it is as a wide receiver option there. And then, I'll just give you kind of a veteran running back target here as well. So suggestions and comments for this team?
Yeah. Upside is everything in this format. You are starting 80 players total. Okay. So don't prioritize depth. You've done a good job at that so far. Keep prioritizing upside. Even like you mentioned this in the trades, but like Ramondre, Rashad White, Najee, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Wright, Tank Bigsby, Jordan Mason even has some value now. You've got Wand, like all those guys are irrelevant in this format. So you can package those guys and trade them for whoever you want to. I will also say, who are his first? It's JUCO Bandit, and this is the way. Oh my gosh, yeah. Please, okay, I need to pull the comments up so I can make sure he says this to me. But Sean, please tell me you pulled that trade. Because one of these he has the this is the way guys first. This guy might have the 101 next year. He's got a rebuild. I would hold that first for sure. The other 20, you have JUCO Bandit as well. I'd hold all your 26 first until at least in the season when people know that they're going to be early first, and then I would start moving them. Those first could end up taking this thing home for you, honestly. Yeah, okay, he pulled it. Good. Yeah, that's an overpay for Genty. So.
Yeah, with the 201, you can stick with that. See if you can. I'm really crossing my fingers since this is a 10 team. I'm hoping that RJ Harvey can make it to you at the 201. I think it's very possible.
Yeah.
That'd be my top option. Then a couple other solid wide receivers there with Igbuka and Golden.
Yeah. All right. Willis, we appreciate you. Sean, if you have any other questions, man, let us know. But you obviously are a member now, so send Nathan and I a friend request on Discord. Send us a message so we can get to know you. But we'll be keeping an eye on your team, and I'm excited to see what moves you make with this one. So. All right. And I haven't heard from Trent. He says, Harvey's who I've been targeting, then you're going to be good to go. Thanks, Sean. We appreciate you, man. Again, any questions you got, always feel free to let us know, man. Excited to walk through this one with you. Trim's in. I haven't seen Nathan, so we can move him over. And then Ace, we did get yours in here as well. So, Corey says, if I'd submit a live, you think you can get done tonight? Or you boys stacked up? We're pretty stacked right now. But here's the thing. Any of them that we don't do tonight, because
we're live Monday and Tuesday.
We're going to be live tomorrow. So yeah. If, depending on where we cut it off, you guys are going to be first up tomorrow for the lives. So we'll be live for multiple hours tomorrow. And if you do put in for, again, the queue for all week is going to start stacking up now. If you have like really time sensitive questions, like you're on the clock or something in your rookie draft, get in the Discord and tag us, and we can answer it in the meantime. So, Jack says send a message to upgrade for live. I see that right here. Yeah, we should be able to get that done tomorrow, Jack. Well, the upgrades are going to have to be the tomorrow one, so I will write you down. But we appreciate you. All right. Where's my pen? So that's Jack, and I'm gonna take that one. Yeah, we'll get you done here tomorrow. Okay. Have rookie draft for the one league. I've got 3 first. All right, yeah, Jack. Well, you're good, man. Appreciate it.
Avery, I think your mic like shorted out. I think it's your computer mic now. I can hear you, but I don't know if they can, unless it's just a Discord thing. Let us know in the chat, guys, if you can hear Avery. Okay. It just now happened. Yeah, they're all saying audio off. Hey, while you're figuring this out, did you answer the super chats from Austin and Timothy in the chat? Okay, Austin said, I just made the 102 Hampton. Guy at 103 wants it, and we'll add the 203. Do I keep Hampton or take the extra pick? I'd stick with Hampton there at the 102. Unless you're like a rebuild and want to down tier and take the extra pick, I don't think that's really enough to move down the tier. I'd want an overpay, if that makes sense. So appreciate your super chat, man. Timothy Johnson says, Hampton Henderson in the first Egbuka, Golden, or Johnson. We take Caleb Johnson over Egbuka and Golden right now. He's got a really good landing spot, day 2 draft capital. His analytical profile is phenomenal. Production profile is really, really good. And yeah, we have him ranked in a tier of his own right now. There you go. You got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Jeez. I don't know how that happened. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So Timothy, hopefully that makes sense. Going Johnson over Egbuka and Golden there in the late first.
Yes. The best Avery is the one we can't hear. I love that. You're so right. Yeah, I definitely unplugged my mic. So, all right. Did we answer this trade question from Ryan yet?
Where?
No. On the queue. Okay. Cool.
I was answering super chats on the stream, which you forgot to.
Yep. Okay. Stroud. Yeah, I know. Stroud 110, Love or the 107, or Love in the 107. You get into that tier. I want to take Love in the 107. I think.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yep.
All right, cool. And AC, we got you. Welcome to the club, man. Again, if we don't get to yours tonight, then we will definitely get to it first thing tomorrow. And in the meantime,
who did you say I can move over? Trim's
thanks,
on?
Vinny. Yep, top one. And EJ is who we're gonna do next, and he's on. So,
okay.
All right. Orphan team first season rebuild. Perfect. Let us know, EJ. Yeah, I think it's Jim, right? Yes, I think that is you. So, Jim, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining. And yeah, we do FFPC leagues all the time. So very excited to look at your roster here. And we'll grade it out just like we would any other league. Give you the full team blueprint experience here. So let's, are you doing it, Nathan, or no?
Nope, I'm letting Aaron.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let's grade out his position groups first. He only has, okay, so I'm assuming, can you read the league settings to me? I can't see it on my end, but you could probably see it on your end.
Yes, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
12
Orphan team first season rebuild. This is a 12-team super flex 2 QB start 8 full PPR. So pretty solid picks here. I mean, very solid picks. He's got the 102, the 107, the 202, 203, 209, and then a couple of 6 and 7s. So this is kind of technically like a keeper league, but Dynasty, you have to cut down at the end of the season. So looking at his roster, at quarterback, he has Brock Purdy, and that's it. In a 2 QB league, that's going to be probably like a 2 or a 3. It's like a 2.5.
Okay.
We'll go 3. Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Blake Corum, Garendo at running back is a 1. Keon, Rashee Rice, JSN, Christian Kirk, Judy, Michael Pittman at wide receiver. So basically JSN, Rashee, and like Keon Coleman and Judy. That's like a 5. And then tight end is Jonnu Smith. And then you actually have a kicker and defense as well that you're starting every week. So at tight end, that's like a 1. Good draft capital grade. You have a high draft capital grade. You have an extra 26 first as well. Since you don't have a second QB here, and I'd like a little more value even at wide receiver, and the other positions are kind of depleted, even with the rookie picks, I'm thinking hard rebuild here to be a little conservative. What do you think?
Okay. I'm fine with that. I was thought you were going to say future value, but let's see. Rashee, JSN, it's a 12 team. Rashee, JSN, Purdy, 102, 107.
It's the fact that he only has 1 QB and a 2 QB.
All right. I'm fine with that. We'll do it, but I think he could definitely contend next year.
Yeah, he says it's actually a super flex, not a 2 QB. Yeah, I'll put in the comments of this review, like, we're going to be conservative and say hard rebuild. If you make enough moves this offseason, you have a chance to be competitive in 2026. It's just going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of moving and a lot of value accumulation, specifically at quarterback, and then continuing to build up wide receiver. I would also add in the comments that you want to continue to fade running back entirely outside of your rookie draft. So at the 102, like if you stick with the 102 and you don't down tier from it, you're taking Hampton there. Don't take a wide receiver just because we say fade running back. You want to take the best value in the rookie draft, and we have no issue with you taking running backs in the draft if that's the value that falls to you. So Hampton at the 102 is definitely like in a tier of his own. That's who you're taking there.
Yeah.
107, you're looking at Travis Hunter, probably Quinshawn, and Cam Ward. I mean, ideally, I'd love to see Cam Ward fall to you there at the 107. It's no guarantee, but that would be super duper nice if you're able to land Cam Ward. That kind of locks in your second spot from a value perspective. It obviously doesn't lock in your security at quarterback long term, but you do have some heavy investment there. Obviously, the first overall pick in the NFL draft in Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then your 202 and 203, you're looking at guys like Burden, RJ Harvey, Jackson Dart, also in that range. Matthew Golden makes it in that range. Those are like four guys between the 202 and the 203 that I think are going to be available there that will be solid picks.
Yeah.
And then just let the value fallers target the value fallers at the 209. Yeah. Okay, so as far as moves go, like making trades here.
You down tier from the 102?
I would put down tier from the 102. So we'll put that in the rookie draft blueprint, down tier.
Yeah.
If you don't down tier, you're taking Hampton there at the 102. But with your moves on the blueprint, our first one will be the 102 down tier. You'll hold the 107, hold your early seconds as well.
I would pivot from Jerry Jeudy and Keon Coleman both.
Yeah, so Jerry and Coleman, you want to get a little bit higher upside, even in this format. Like it's a 12-team start 8 super flex, so you're only starting 6 skill position guys. This isn't like a 12-team 1 QB start 8,
right?
Where you've got that extra flex. This is going to be pretty high upside skill position spots. And then the remaining running backs that you have, Jordan Mason and Zach Charbonnet, move them. Rasheed and JSN, honestly, like I'm good with you holding them at the moment. You can stick with those guys because they do have the high production and value upside opportunity that you can just kind of ride that at the moment. But running back, let's keep clearing running back. Mason, Charbonnet, shop both of those guys and just get like safer long-term assets, honestly.
Yeah.
And with those targets, when we're shopping all of those assets, if we're doing a 102 down tier, I'll give you like the player down tier. Like you can down tier to Garrett Wilson and get plus on top.
Yeah.
You obviously have the option, and I'll put this in the comments, you do have the option to down tier from the 101 to the 103 to 107 range. You just want to down tier a tier in your rookie draft, and then you get a little plus on top that may be a player or something like that. That wouldn't be like a Garrett Wilson level player. But if you're going player, like big player, plus an asset on top, Garrett Wilson would be that down tier target for us from the 102. Other targets for like when you're shopping Judy and Keon, Ayuk and Olave are in that range. Those are good targets to go for at wide receiver. And then if you can continue to get like 26 rookie picks at a discount while you're making these moves, I would do that as well. Another higher end wide receiver target to go for if you can't get like a Garrett Wilson, you can try for a Marv. And I have no problem with you going that route either.
Yeah. All right. Any other thing for this one? Jim, do you have any questions for us? And he said, yeah, I'm looking at rebuilding this season and next season. And so it sounds like you're being more conservative. Again, like if your picks pan out, you could end up contending next year. But, you know, being conservative is definitely the right move. Either way, your entire strategy is based on making as many trades as you possibly can to accumulate value. It's really based on stacking your wide receiver position and having the most flexibility there when it comes time to actually contend. And, you know, wheel and deal with those picks as well. That's a lot of your leverage right now. So
definitely is. We got a couple super chats in the YouTube chat from Vinny. I'm going to answer those real quick. Vinny says, Asking is the commish worried about a struggling team who's a family member. Should I offer BCJ for Genty on a full rebuild? Add anything? Thanks. I would not. I honestly, I probably would not move BCJ for Genty. I think I would hold Genty there. I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't add anything on top of BCJ to go get Genty. I think both of us are ranking BCJ over the 101 right now, even with the Travis Hunter news.
Yeah, for sure. All right. The one I have next is Master P. Jim says, okay, thanks. You're welcome, Jim. Appreciate you, man. Again, send us a friend request. If you're not on the Discord, jump over, sync your Discord roles. That way you can message us anytime you have questions about any of this. Our team review process does not end at this point. It begins. So
right, and we'll get that blueprint and the rookie draft blueprint to you tomorrow. Yep. There's a 24-hour little buffer there where we have to get it finished up for you and stuff after the live review. So
Baby Genius says Devonta Jacobs and Javonte for the 2-1, 2, 3, and Ridley. No.
Devonta Smith and Jacobs.
Just hold there, man. Hold there.
Devonta Smith alone is worth more than all of those picks. Jacobs alone is worth more than all those picks.
Yeah. All right, the link is in the comments to get a team review. Miles says, "How can I have my blueprint upgraded to live?" You can, but the upgrades are definitely gonna be at the beginning of tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. So if you're good with starting tomorrow's stream, then we could probably do that to you. The best way to do that is to send a super chat, and it's $10 to upgrade. So okay. Let me know if you have any other questions, Miles. There's the link though to get your to take advantage of our deals and get yourself some blueprints. So, all right. Master P, are you here? Are y'all gonna do mocks soon? We actually did a bunch of mocks at the beginning of the video. The next time we'll do mocks is tomorrow. As we start our stream tomorrow, we will do some more mocks. So. But Master P, I want to make sure you're here in the live stream, as well as JT. Crispy, I'm assuming you're here. But if any of these first 4 guys are in the live stream, just say I'm here and give your username in the chat. Lloyd says, am I going to be today? You are 4th up. So yeah, we're going to get yours done today. I'm offering BTJ to him. It's better for him as the rebuilder. I have Chase and Justin Jefferson. Yeah, sure. Then take Genty there. I'm okay with that, Vinny. But yeah, okay. So Parak was here, and so we'll do his. I want to make sure the other 3 are here too, though. JT, that's Jonathan. So Jonathan's here. He's good to go.
All right. Let's do JT's and Parak while we're waiting on the other guys.
All right, Crispy, Master P. And Parak was here. Yep. Okay. Let's start with JT's here real quick. It's a 12-team super flex start 10 PPR. It's a 0.75 tight end premium. So I'm thinking about trading Chase Brown. AJ Brown a 3rd for T and the 104. Guy said he liked this, probably going to accept. Draft has gone Genty, Hunter, Hampton. So do I go Tet? Or do I go Henderson? Could also go buy a running back later. You could. AJ Brown a 3rd for T and the 104. That's okay. Chase Brown and AJ Brown for T and the 104. That's not even close still. Yes. So take it. And then I would take, well, let's see who we would take. Nathan, for the purposes of this review, let's assume he has the 104. There's Crispy. What's up? Yeah, Devastation. I got you right after this, man. Appreciate you, Lloyd. Okay, Browntown is the name here. Let's take a look. 3rd in our power rankings. So, looks like you got some solid assets on your team here. Let's start by grading out your position groups, though.
We have...
Okay. Mahomes and May. Not bad.
8.
What do you... 8?
Good. Okay. Yep. Chase Brown, and then Tony Pollard Spears is a 3. We have CD, AJ Brown, Rashee Rice, Chris Godwin, Darnell Mooney. Pretty good room. I'll give that a 7.
Yeah, it's 7. And then Fire Moose.
And then Fire Moose 1.
Dual Elite QB.
How's the draft capital looking here?
No first this year, 2 firsts next year. He's got Jar Jar Binks and Gentification. So he's got a bad one and a mid one. So he's got an early first and a mid first next year.
He has a 209 and 310 this year.
Hey Miles, we can upgrade you. What's your flock username so I can write that down? Just let me know, man. What do you think then? You're gonna reload?
Do you think he's contending? Close. Starting lineup is Mahomes, Chase Brown, Pollard, Lamb, AJ Brown, Rice, Frymouth, Godwin, Brooks, May.
It's really
Godwin, Mooney, and May.
I honestly think he's contending. I'd go dual elite QB.
All right, I'm fine with that. I think it's pretty close.
Yeah,
if you can pull off that deal for like Higgins in the 104 too,
he's definitely contending then. Because then he'll have Travion.
That's a massive value win.
Contend reload because of his first next year, right?
Yeah.
Calling again for Crispy. I got you. Master P, if you're here, let us know in the chat.
So we got an extra 26 first, which is great. All right, so moves to make here for this team. He's already moving Chase Brown, which for that price, I'm totally cool with that. It's essentially a pivot for like the 104, which is crazy.
That's insane. That's insane value there.
Yeah. And then Pollard and Spears, I would probably package and pivot. And then we'll have to down tier from one of our QBs to kind of bolster depth a little bit. We'll go with May. Mahomes is a safer guy. We can down tier from May. Doesn't have to be the biggest down tier of all time. Like even if you down tier to Herbert and got something plus on top, I'm totally okay with that. If you want to go lower end, you can go for like a Baker or a Purdy. I honestly like Baker. I'll add in the comments when trading, try getting a cheap QB3 like Geno or Stafford. Some of the rebuilds in your league have some productive running backs. Chuba's down there. CMC's down there. Ooh, Kittle's down there. I'm giving you Kittle as a target. I would love Kittle on this team. Man, this is a very top-heavy league.
Yeah, it's really...
Like, all the bottom 6 teams in this league are absolute cheeks.
Yeah, they're bad.
Almost all the productive running backs are on the top teams, except for like Derrick Henry, and Chuba.
Yeah, true.
So I'll give you a wide receiver target. I'd like to. DK is not a bad target. We've been seeing some deals go down for DK that are really, really affordable, really friendly. Just some nice production opportunity that you can get in your flex. They're signing Rodgers. They're not riding with Rudolph unless every single person in that front office wants to get fired at the end of the year. I still think it's hilarious that Mason Rudolph's still in the league. How do these guys get starting jobs and opportunities? It baffles me.
Yeah, he did say the league is crazy top heavy. It's a lot of guys' first time, so that's part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then if you can get a Kyron Williams or a JT in that value range, obviously some day 3 running backs went to both of those teams. If you have anyone kind of panicking about that, just go ahead and get them and take the production.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Big down tier from Drake May as well, so I would maximize your value return. And I'll add that in the comments. Don't undersell Drake May when down tiering. And then last but not least on this team, if you can get productive RB vets at a discount, I would capitalize.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, Jonathan, do you have any questions about that? I mean, again, we were a little bit on the fence, like with your contending status, but I think you're contending. I think you can do it,
especially with that move that you can pull off too. And,
yes,
and looking at the rest of your league, you're definitely a top 4 to 5 team in this league. Looking at the other rosters,
yeah, for sure.
You've got the upside to do it. So, let us know if you have any questions there. I mean, as far as your picks are concerned, this year you have the 2.9 and the 3.10. So you're just going to want to take best value there at the moment. And then at the 104, if you end up getting the 104 in that deal, again, I don't want to jump the gun and assume you're going to have the pick before you actually have it. But for this team, I mean, I'd be going Henderson on this team.
Yeah, no, I would too. I think it's beautiful. So not really, kind of hard in this league to get some of the running backs, QBs you said, because the one dude with the most value has a lot of those guys. Yeah, who did you give him, Nathan? Tell me again.
I mean, these are all value ranges as well. So, like, if you're looking at Baker and he can't sell him, you can look for Purdy. If you're looking at Kyron, you can look for JT. If you're looking at JT and you can't get him, then you can go. Guys, I mean, you can go for Jacobs plus.
Jacobs would be the pivot.
You can, basically just look at similar value ranges and then.
Yeah, and so again, like if you can't get the specific guys, then like take that position and find the value adjacent guys. Like because he mentioned, Kyron and JT are both on the team at the top, and if the guy won't sell either, I mean the guy should sell one of them, but I mean I guess I get it. He's got a pretty stacked team, so. But yeah, if you need opinions on other trade ideas, that's what the Discord is for. So we can help you with that for sure. But most importantly, like I said, your contend, reload. Probably contend, and dual QB build, so you'll be good to go. All right, we appreciate you, man, though, and again, make sure you send us friend requests on Discord so we can kind of keep in touch about this. Appreciate you, Jonathan. All right, I haven't heard from Master P, so you can move him over, Nathan.
Okay.
We're gonna do Crispies. We're gonna do Paraqua. And maybe do, so then we got Soupy Pilot in here as well. TB Raptors, I've got you in here as well. You guys are going to be good to go for live ones. We'll do a couple more for tonight, and then some of you guys who are in the rest of the queue here will be first up tomorrow. We're going to be live streaming probably every day this week, and so we'll just pick up wherever we leave off tonight. And if you don't get yours done tonight and you get yours reviewed tomorrow, if in the meantime you have immediate questions, like you have your rookie draft right now or you're on the clock or something, we can definitely DM you on Discord.
Tag us, DM us.
Yes.
I'm trying to track my like ASAP DMs.
Yes.
We're trying the best we can. I know we got some of those today and we were like in airplane mode for half the day. So
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Legit we were. So I've got to answer messages after this as well. So Excedra, what's your username? Let me know.
All right, we're gonna pull up. You said Crispies here.
Yep.
All right, so we'll do Crispies and we'll do we got Paraqua after that as well.
Yep. All right, so Crispy, what's up, man? No tight end premium, faded a bunch of players I liked for the startup last year, so I wasn't overcommitted. I probably want to move McBride for Kittle, but the owner doesn't have much. Any suggestions? Okay, yeah. Crispy is the team name here. You're third. Obviously, Crispy, we appreciate you, man. You've been around for a while, and it's a 12-team Superflex start 10 PPR, so like you said. It's a no tight end premium, so that's good to know. Okay, let's grade the position groups.
All right. So starting at quarterback, we've got Daniels and Purdy, and that's it. Pretty solid. 7. That's a very comfortable quarterback room. Josh Jacobs, Connor. We obviously want a third option at QB, but we can deal with that. Josh Jacobs, James Conner, Spears, Warren, SMA, Kendra Miller. 3 Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Ooh, good picks. We'll get to those in a second. McBride's a 9. Jumped over to tight end. Oops. Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore. Oh. What to do with the Bears? Brandon Ayuk, Keon Coleman, Tank Dell, Jalen Coker.
5.
I
4.
don't even know how to grade DJ Moore at this point. I don't know how to grade anyone in that offense at this point. That's like a yeah. I mean, value wise, it's a 4. You're right.
Yep.
103, 107, 202, 403.
He's got good picks. I mean,
Okay, so the picks are down, and he's got all of his 26 first. Good draft capital grade. Got an extra first this year that's in the same tier as a 103. 103 to 107 is a big tier. You got 2 of them. I think we're contending.
I think so too with the picks.
Yeah, I'll go well-rounded, contend, reload. You're going to be a lot more well-rounded once those picks are in. So let's dive into those picks first.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, so 103, you get your choice of those guys. Obviously, if Gentile or Hampton, I think you go running back. I think you go running back.
If there's a value faller, you take it. Otherwise, I think you're looking at your choice of Henderson, and Hunter, and I'm probably going Henderson there.
Yeah, I think Henderson would be my pick on this team.
107. You're looking at, I mean, honestly, if Cam Ward falls there, like, you just need to take him. If you pass up on Hunter at the 103 and he somehow makes it to you at the 107, I say somehow like it's impossible. It happens all the time. You could take him there as well, and then Judkins.
Yeah.
Kind of just mixing and matching with these these 2 first round picks because they're in the same tier. 202, 403. So in the early second, RJ Harvey, we've seen him go there a ton. We've also seen Matthew Golden fall there. We've also seen Jackson Dart fall there comfortably. Any one of those guys, I'm thrilled. Right. I'm holding every single one of these first round picks.
Yeah.
On this team.
I am too. I'm not trading any of these. I think this is really going to help your team. I think your team has already a good established mix of vets and young guys, and I think these young guys you bring in will really help because I like Jacobs. I like Connor for this year. What are we doing with Daniels here?
We might have to down tier.
Okay.
Yeah, we may have to down tier.
I think you have to. I think you would down tier from. I think. Well, I don't know how much of a down tier is it from Purdy to Dak.
It is a down tier. We can.
Okay, then I think we can
both. Honestly do both.
I think we do both. I think that's where you have to go. So
where to Daniels? Or where for Daniels?
Mahomes or Caleb Williams. If you can freaking still get to Caleb, I don't know how much value he's gained, but that dude should be. I mean, he would have to suck so bad to fail at fantasy.
Mahomes, yeah, I know.
No, Caleb.
Oh, Caleb, yeah, you're right. Caleb's a good target.
I would think Caleb here.
We'll go Caleb and Dak.
Let's just
value range. Caleb Williams. If you can't get him, again, Mahomes is right there. You get Herbert plus a lot more.
You see this guy down here? This guy stinks, and he's got Saquon, McCaffrey, and Kamara on his team.
Hello, Saquon. You are my target for this team. That'd be great for this roster. And then we're going to give you a wide receiver target as well. Did you say he is a good wide receiver?
He doesn't have a wide receiver.
Godwin and Adams. But
yeah. I mean, I would.
Let me get you a better wide receiver.
Why don't you go like T Higgins or
AJ Brown?
There or
AJ
that,
pretty
yeah,
good.
or that.
JSN's pretty good.
Yeah, because you're going to be down tiering from Daniels too. So
big down tier, so you better be getting good return. I mean, you're down tiering from Purdy as well. So like, let's make sure we're not underselling here. I'm going to add that in the comments. Don't undersell. Daniels when down tiering. Make sure to maximize value return.
Yeah.
A solid QB and cornerstone, really wide receiver or running back. I'm going to have you just move off of some of your depth guys like Keon Coleman, Tyjae Spears. They just don't offer enough upside for a team that's looking to compete, especially like a Keon. He's a nice like developmental guy that may or may not do something. Just move Keon, go get Devontae Adams. Go get those types of guys. And I'll add that in the comments here. Don't be afraid to target some productive veterans at running back and wide receiver.
Yeah.
From rebuilds in your league. And then last but not least for this team, try getting a cheap QB3 like Geno or Stafford.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, man, let us know if you have any questions here. Holding all of your picks. We're going to give you those targets, obviously, projected targets for your rookie draft. And we'll get that sent to you tomorrow. But again, Henderson, I think, is going to be your best pick at the 103. And then just take best available remaining in that tier at the 107. Prioritize running back at the 202 if you can. If you can get an RJ Harvey, would absolutely love that. And then we're basically just down tiering from your quarterbacks with the value you have there to kind of maximize the production upside of running back and wide receiver so you can really make a true contending push this season.
Yeah. All right, man. Crispy, we appreciate you. Any questions you got, do let us know. But yeah, you've got a solid team here and definitely think you're contending. So we appreciate you, man. You know where to find us if you have questions. All right, Parak, well, you're up next. Let us know you're here in the comments. And then we've got Razorback Lee on deck. I see you here. So he'll be good to go next. And then Mahomes, and that's Excedra. And I know he's here as well. So is Mahomes good for tonight? I'm third on the list. Yeah, I think we'll definitely get through yours. We've been live for, 2.5 hours? So yeah, we'll do at least 3 more. It says 2 hours and 39 minutes and 44 seconds.
I'm going off the time of 6:30.
Yes, Miles, I did get your username. I've got it written down right here. You're good, man. All right. Paraqua, just let me die. That's not that bad of a team to say let me die. I have offers to trade the 103 for Nico and Puka. Okay, you take either of those. They probably won't go through. That makes sense. I had to also have an offer to get the 104 for Metcalf and the 205. The 102, 107 got into that spot by trading away Bijan and took Hampton, which shocked me. Interesting. Yeah, that's a bold move. I'm trying to come away with Hendo and a wide receiver. All right, cool. Just let me die. Number 4 here. It's a 1 QB, 12-team start at PPR league.
1 QB. Okay, Kyler and Baker Mayfield. 6, 7, 6.
6.
Bucky Irving, Chase Brown, and then nothing. That's still pretty good. It's like a 5. And then you have BTJ, Marv, Garrett Wilson, DK, Mooney. That's very good. What do you think, 8 or 9? 8. And then McBride and Kincaid at tight end is also a 9. This, with the picks as well. He also has an offer to get the 104 for Metcalf and the 205. Yeah, I'm taking the 104 over Metcalf.
Yeah.
I'll add that in the comments here.
Wide receiver factory, contend reload.
I was gonna go well-rounded, but we can go wide receiver factory if you think.
I don't care. I mean, it's both.
Yeah.
Well-rounded. All right. So in a 1 QB, I don't mind the quarterbacks from a value standpoint. It's a 6, but like from a contending standpoint, it's like a quarterback 1 in Baker and a potential quarterback 1 in Kyler. So like I'm fine with it, especially with the stack to do our wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think we do a Bucky Irving pivot. I mean, I think if you can trade Bucky for the 104 or 105, I'm doing that.
He's about to move DK for the 104. He put that in the comments,
gosh.
remember?
Shoot. Okay. Okay, so then, okay, yes, I do remember. And you want to come away with Henderson because that's kind of who I want instead of Bucky. Okay, in that case, I would down tier from Bucky to like Jonathan Taylor or Josh Jacobs. Let me see who's down here in the bottom teams. Kyron.
Yeah.
Kyron. Give him Kyron as a target, or JT. One of these two. Either Kyron or JT. Down tier from Bucky to one of those guys. It's a start 8, so you don't need that much depth. We'll package it together if we need to.
Are you like taking Chase Brown and Kincaid and up tiering to see if you can just get both of those guys?
Yes.
Right, Kyron, JT, and then I mean, really, like, Benson holds value and you don't need him. Braylon Allen is holding value right now because of the trade rumors with Brees. You don't need him. I just shop some depth guys and get some production.
So I want to think about coming with Tet or Hunter and Hendo. I mean, that would be killer. I would be totally cool with that return, Lloyd. Totally cool with that.
Mm-hmm. Running back, I think, is definitely going to be our focus here since we're moving all those pieces. I think we're going to give you pretty much all running back targets because wide receivers set.
Yeah.
I'll add in the comments if you can package your QB value to get a higher rushing upside QB, I would explore offers.
Yeah.
Mix and Kamara, kind of some lower end guys that you just know are going to produce as long as they stay healthy. That are going to be good, affordable targets.
Yes.
Um, 103. Obviously, if there's a value follower, you want to take him there. But 103, Henderson, Tet. For this team, probably Judkins.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't also be disappointed here. And he did ask, is it tough with BGA to go with Hunter or Tet, though? Definitely not Tet. Hunter, I could see. You divert, so just go Tet. Take Tet and Hendo if you get that pick. Like, I'm totally cool with that. I think you've got some flexibility, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you could also go Henderson and Judkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, your second round pick you can hold, third round pick as well. Just don't let any value followers make it past you in the first round, and then you'll be in good shape. Don't let Scattaboo and Tootin make it past you at the 205.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Those are our top two options for you there at the 205. You're easily going to be able to build up running back here, not a problem. Yeah, and I'll reinforce in the comments. It's time to invest in running back. You have the upside to contend this year. And for the future, you've got great pick value. Sounds like you're going to be able to pull off a great move to move DK for the 104 potentially. If you can pull it off, I mean, you're looking like gold.
Yeah. All right. Lloyd, do you have any other questions? He said the second would go with Metcalf for the 104. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's a smash, dude. Doesn't change anything. Send it.
Does not matter.
Okay, so you're saying in terms of like the advice for the second, yeah, that's fine. Then you can just ignore that if you end up shipping it off. So.
Yep.
All right, but what questions do you have, Lloyd? If you have any, drop them in the comments. But we appreciate you. And make sure you send us a friend request on Discord. Got those of you who are joining tonight, existing Motherflockers who are watching, domain community members. I am in the middle of the day tomorrow, probably going to fire up a voice chat over on the Discord. So you guys have any questions about your rookie drafts, you can come in and ask me. So. Okay. Appreciate you, Lloyd. All right, Razorback Lee, let us know that you're still here in the comments, man. When is the bakery returning? We are not posting it, but if you go over on the Discord, in the domain section and you ask around, I'm pretty sure they can get you in touch with Ryan and Ryan will share it with you. So it's his to share, not ours. So, and I think he's more than willing though. It wasn't Ryan's choice for us to take it down. So, but you should still have access to it. And if you want to message me, I can get you in touch with Ryan as well. So, all right, Razorback Lee and Walker along. We got you. We appreciate you, man. And we're gonna, yeah. You guys will all get live reviews for free since I think you signed up tonight too. All right. Razorback Lee, I know he was here earlier. Are rookie draft blueprints available? Given to annual flockers. Appreciate you, boys. It's the flocker tier actually doesn't come with the team review voucher. It's the Motherflocker tier that does. So if you're already a flocker annual, it's like $12 difference. It's well worth it. I don't even know why we have two tiers on the site. And actually, I think we're doing away with the flocker tier anyways. Because the Motherflocker tier comes with everything, and the flocker tier comes with like the site. And that's it. So the Motherflocker tier gets that for you. Okay. So Walker, if you're watching and you submitted, since it looks like you purchased on 4.6, you joined on 4.6. So if you want this to be a live one, you'd have to upgrade it, which we can leave it in here for you if you want to, but yeah, and I see you're here. So if you want it to be a live one, we can get you done tomorrow. You just have to upgrade it. You have to slide it up to a live team review. So it's like $7 for you. You just let us know, man. I'm assuming you want it done live since you're here, but we'll probably do that one tomorrow on the stream. Tomorrow we've got a big stream, so all you guys are going to have it by tomorrow at the latest. So, all right, Razorback Lee. I don't think I've seen him again, but I know he was here a minute ago. So let's just go ahead and knock this one out. You ready to go?
Yep.
After the season,
so this is a. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Okay. After the season, I traded away McBride, Pierce, Tracy for Bucky, DJ, and Coker. I traded away DJ and Shakir for the 2-1 Pitts and Stevenson. I traded AJ Brown and Bucky for the 105 and Achan. Okay. I traded away Young in the 304 for Darnold, the 207 and the 301. Okay. I mean, yeah. Jaden Reed, the 105 for Nico Collins, the 203. There you go. That's not bad. I traded away Pickens, Cook, and Dak for the 406, Purdy, in London. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay, so kind of a mixed bag there of trades. But let's look. Your team is second here. It's a 10-team Superflex start, a really, really shallow league, and you have a lot of upside. You have the quarterback one, you have the tight end one, you've got a wide receiver one, you've got plenty of running backs. So let's grade this out. Again, 10-team Superflex. Allen, Purdy, Love, 9.
10-team, I give it an 8.
Okay. Achan, Hall, Walker. 6.
7. 6 or 7. Yeah, 6 is fine.
Nico, London, Wilson, JSN, Pearsall.
8.
And then Bowers, 10.
10.
High and well-rounded, contend, reload.
Yep. Yeah, great roster here. Your picks, you got a bunch of seconds here. 201, 203, 207, 208. Third, a couple of fourths as well.
Yeah. Okay. Solid team. Where are we starting?
He has no 26 first, also.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. All right. Probably starting at, man, very shallow league. So you basically want to do a ton of up tiers. Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall up tier.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead and get Saquon. Love, Purdy, Darnold. Even, just take any combination of all those or of those guys and up tier. I want to get another rushing QB in a 10 team. I mean, you can probably get your choice of whatever rushing QB is up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be aggressive. You have the value to go get Lamar. And then we'll look to shop Pearsall and Kraft here, and we'll just pivot.
Yeah.
Just some kind of productive upside guys. Godwin.
Godwin, Devontae Adams
is a good target
like
there.
that.
McCaffrey.
I'm trying to look and see who the bottom teams have. Kamara and Jones at running back, but Mike Evans, DK Metcalf is on this team, and then yeah, contenders have those guys you just mentioned, but still try. All the guys you just mentioned are up these. Frick. This guy freaking up top has all of them. Oh my gosh. He's the commish, bish. There's Anthony. What's up, buddy?
All right. So basically, I mean, just know that depth doesn't matter in this league. You got to maximize your starting lineup as much as you can. That's going to be really what benefits you the most, and you have the value to up tier. Feel free to use a couple of your seconds if needed to get some up tiers done. Don't be afraid of productive vets if they raise your starting asset ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold. Well, yeah, we'll go. I'm basically just going to straddle like the 201, 203, 207, 208. I'll just go hold, proven asset, hold, proven asset. So you get the idea.
We're just diversifying a little bit there.
Yeah.
So.
If there's a value follower at one of those picks, you can just stick and pick them. If not, you're just kind of in a tier and you want to shop it for a proven asset, feel free to do that. In a 10 team, you'll probably end up with a decent player at the 201. RJ Harvey would be great.
All right.
All right, man. Let us know if you have any questions, any follow-ups for this team. I think overall you're still looking in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like Avery said, like trades-wise, a little bit of a mixed bag, but I think you've adjusted well.
And I know you're here in the comments, so if you have any follow-up questions, let us know. But yeah, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for getting a review. Anything you need, just let us know. Also, you can find us on the Discord as well if you have any other questions. All right, my homies, you are up. All right. Did you move some over?
I moved one that was a bundle.
check that. It seemed like a bunch
That
went
was
away.
that was the only one I moved though.
I feel like more than one just disappeared, but I'll double check it. Mahomes was next either way, so. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe that's what it was.
I moved one. That was it.
Which one was it? Do you know? Just look on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see who it was. Zach, I've got Rhino, Mahomes, Ace, Soupy, TV, Walker. Mahomes. Okay, yep, cool. All right. Yes, that's correct. All right, Mahomes. There's Nate, the birthday boy. Excedра's here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Let's do this thing for you. Excited to look at this. All right. Clear that off. There we go. Okay. Per your advice, I traded the 101 and 4th for Puka. Nice. Have the 102, 104. Would love to get Hampton and Hunter. It's a tough league to trade. All right, cool. So we can give you some targets for your picks now that we have the landing spots for sure. But Purple Rain, we did this one. I remember this one. All right, here we go. Man, you really bolstered your wide receiver room here. It's a super flex, 10 team start, 10 PPR, half point, 10 in premium. So let's do this thing.
All right, so we got Lamar, Mahomes, Bryce Young at
9.
quarterback. Yeah. Nothing at running back.
1.
It's a 0. There's nothing.
Swag.
CD Lamb, Puka
This is
Worthy, Olave DK,
It's at least an
Keon.
8.
Nice.
8.
Yeah, we'll do an 8.
And then Kittle's a 7.
Deal's 7.
Well-rounded.
I'll go. Let's go do elite QB.
Okay. I mean, he's contending because he can get running back both those picks, and he's going to be fine.
Right.
And he did mention... Where's my dual elite QB button? He did mention... I'll go contend, reload. Okay. What do you say about the picks? Hampton, Hunter. Yeah, I would probably lean Hampton and then Travion or Judkins. I would go double running back with those picks.
Yeah, Hampton for sure. Hampton's going to be the only
Hampton's
guy there
locked. Hampton's locked.
And then 104 will give you Henderson, Judkins, and then
You're
Tet,
already freaking good to go. I guess one thing you could do is you could is down tier from Mahomes and try to get some wide receiver depth on top, because now Rome is a lot more questionable.
Yeah, you could do that. It's just tough because it's tough to gauge what Rome's actual value is right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not against that.
I'm not saying to trade Rome. I'm just saying, like, you know, get somebody safer there from a depth perspective.
Okay, so just making sure we're on the same page here. First move, we're looking to move off of Rome, right?
No, I was saying down tier from Mahomes or Jackson.
Down tier from Mahomes. Okay, let's down tier from Mahomes.
Okay.
Because Jackson in a 10 team is a bit more high upside. I'd pivot off of Bryce as well. I actually would down tier from Bryce and go get like a Geno.
Yeah. That's exactly what I would do.
Yep.
And then do we want to up tier at wide receiver?
Yeah, let's up tier. Yeah, you're right. Let's
Okay.
up tier from Odunze.
Again, assuming his value isn't in the toilet. I don't want to sell him low. I don't want to panic sell.
Yeah, don't sell Odunze low. If you don't get enough interest, just hold.
Yeah. Master P says he's here now. And so I'm going to move him over. Master P, we are going to get yours done tomorrow, my friend. So you're good. We'll do yours live.
Okay. Yeah, running back's gonna be locked in with the rookie draft. That's great. I love that. If we're down tier from Mahomes, who do we want to go to?
I mean, I think to get anything relevant on top, you have to go
Go
pretty
Baker.
far. Yeah, I'm
Baker's
fine with
pretty
that.
far.
Bam, Baker now has Godwin, Mike Evans, and Ibuka too. So.
Yep. I'll add in the comments when down tiering from Bryce, go to Gino or Stafford.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. And then that way I'm going to leave some room for 3 running back targets that are non-rookies here.
Yeah.
So high-end target, since big down tier from Mahomes. Want to make sure we are getting what's worth it. And I think, what would be worth it would be an Achane or a Saquon.
Yeah, let me look at some of the bottom teams here.
Yeah, I'm looking. Bottom team has Saquon.
Well, yeah.
Or bottom team has
Bottom
CMC, and
and
Kamara. I'll actually put both of those as targets.
Both.
And then since we're doing those, I'll do a high end target. I'll do Saquon.
Lloyd did ask about an Irving for Achane pivot. I would definitely do that, Lloyd, for your team. That was earlier, but yeah.
Irving for Achane pivot, yeah, that's pretty good.
I just want to confirm, in a 10 team, should I downtier from one of these elite QBs with upside? Yes.
From Mahomes, yes, not Jackson.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jackson's more valuable, but you have to understand, like, in a 10 team, as you decrease the amount of teams that you have in a league, you actually decrease the scarcity of the QBs.
The scarcity of the QBs, but also that inflates the value of the rushing upside QBs like Lamar, which is why we're having you shop Mahomes.
Correct.
Instead.
So whereas Lamar's more valuable in this format, Mahomes might not be as valuable. So yes, and especially in this case where we want you to stack some depth at wide receiver, we're definitely okay with you doing that. So
yes. Yeah, and no 2026 picks.
Yeah.
Still good DC grade. You have the 102 and the 104. Just time to invest in running back. You have the value to compete this year. Make sure to maximize value return for Mahomes when down tiering.
yeah, for sure.
We got Hampton as your unquestioned target tier of his own at the 102. Ideally Henderson or Judkins at the 104. If you decide to go with Tet for whatever reason, we can't argue with it because he's in the same tier. I just think team build wise, like since you're in that tier and assuming there's no value follow, you're just going to want to probably go with a running back there. And then thirds and fourths, just take the value followers and take running backs there. Dart throws at running back. Move Mahomes down tier, Bryce Young down tier, Rome Odunze up tier, Baker Mayfield, Saquon, CMC, Alvin Kamara. Oh, I didn't give you a Rome Odunze up tier at wide receiver. I do need to do that. Hello, Garrett Wilson.
There you go.
All right, man. Let us know if you have any questions on this team, any follow-ups. But looks like you're in really good shape, especially with those early picks that you have. Upsides everything in this league. Though it is a little bit of a deeper 10 team. I think it's a start 10. 10 team start 10.
It's a start 10.
So,
yeah.
Shallower at QB.
He said the bottom team wanted Breece Hall and a first for CMC, but I remember you telling me that actually. So again, like, value adjacent there. Try for Derrick Henry. Try for, somebody cheaper, and Alvin Kamara, James Conner. Like veteran running backs with upside is kind of what we're going for here. So.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably going to be it for tonight. So,
Okay.
Because we're going to be live again, like we're going to be live for a long time tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, we need to gear up and do a long stream tomorrow. So,
Yep.
Baker, Jacoby in a second for Jordan Love and Devonta. I would take the Jordan Love side there. Landon, I would take that one. So, all right, y'all. Here's how this is going to work. Master P, I already told you we got you tomorrow, but Rhino Dynasty, I know you were here as well. Zach, AC, Soupy, TB, Walker, MJ. Here's the thing. You guys are going to be first up to go. We're streaming every day this week, and so you guys are first up for live reviews tomorrow. And those of you guys like AC, Soupy, that signed up during the stream, you're going to get the live one for free tomorrow. Okay. Now, one thing, if you need like instant help, like if you like, hey, like something's going to change between right now and tomorrow when you do my review, send us a message on Discord and we can help you out right away. I don't want to leave you guys hanging if you like are on the clock or anything like that. But you guys are going to be first up for reviews tomorrow. And so the plan is probably to go. I'll probably go live around 5 tomorrow, if I had to guess. So be looking around 5 or 6 Eastern, and you guys will be up first. Do we have any videos
to record tomorrow?
Yeah, we probably should, but we need to go. I mean, we're going to be there all day. Like that's what we need to do tomorrow. So
yeah.
So yep. And MJ says that sounds good. Yeah. All you guys, like again, we're sleep deprived right now, and so we're gonna rest and review your teams tomorrow for sure. But again, anything you need in the meantime, Discord, you can message us and we'll get it taken care of for sure. So all right, and if you did get a blueprint tonight, by the way, we're gonna send that over to you tomorrow with your rookie draft blueprint as well. We'll keep the deal going, so if you're watching this later, or if you want to just get this take advantage of this as well. 2 team blueprints with annual Motherflocker membership is going to continue for right now. We'll cut it after the draft stuff ends. So, all right, cool. Rain's gonna be there. Muffin's gonna be there. Cool. Then you guys, we are kicking you guys off tomorrow. You're staying in the queue. You guys are up first tomorrow. So we are. Yeah, sorry, Anthony, I didn't miss. What's your grade on the Colts draft, real quick? I don't even care at this point.
Not enough to say Ballard's job.
Yeah, right. Yes, that's exactly right. I like Warren. I'll give it a B. So. All right, y'all, we appreciate you. Tomorrow we'll be there. We have of course content coming out tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled on your feed in the morning. I think you're gonna like what you see. So, all right, we appreciate you guys. Yeah, we'll catch you later. Peace out.